How's everybody doing? Good doing over? Yeah. Fine. Should have gotten rid of. Get rid of. Okay. Okay. Give me one second, guys. I'm about to start some hate. I was worried that I was gonna have to do a restart on the computer because of a driver update, but apparently it didn't really affect me the way I thought it would. We're good. How's everybody's Friday? You guys doing good? Dude, oh yeah, so not to concern you, the unforeseen issue was that me and the wife on Thursday had went and did a bunch of yard work that needed to be done over like, I mean, what, the whole winter, you know what I mean? All the leaf litter, everything that was accumulating, and then now tons of tumbleweeds because of it being a desert. So we accumulated all the leaf litter and everything else, and we were gonna take it to the dump, and we actually were ready to go at like 8 in the morning. So like at 8:30, we headed over there, and they said that they weren't gonna actually allow anyone to dump until they got it cleared out, which wouldn't be until like 11. And so for that reason, that unforeseen reason, is the only reason my stream was late, because the wife was trying her best to keep me from being like off my schedule, because she knows how I kind of get I wouldn't say ornery, but I don't like being off my time frame. I'm like, once I get a habit going. Oh, well, I appreciate you jumping in, honestly. Yeah, and I thank you for the compliment on that one. I don't know how it's going to work out. So you're the first person to actually look into the channel point thing. I was kind of hoping that with enough people popping in today, maybe I'd get an idea of like how it looks on my side, because I'm still kind of at a loss, honestly. I'm a little nervous. I'm worried about the community ones. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna do the Halo happy hour. I can just find Halo. I fed the wife, but I myself have not eaten. So, oh my. Well, I appreciate consideration and being gentle. So, how's your Friday going? I feel like I got a lot accomplished considering I was up at like 7 this morning just moving. Okay. All right. I'm a little off on the coffee. That's going good. That's good to hear. My coffee count. Normally have like two coffees by now. Today I had like one coffee, but because I was moving, I didn't feel like I needed the second coffee. And now, if anything, I feel like a soda. But honestly, I think once it's new now, so technically I could have a beer. Made it very clear that I had no intention of going anywhere today. After all said and done with the yard, maybe a couple beers would be nice. Honestly, some Halo, some beer. I know my wife wouldn't complain. I know she's off to go get her wine. There's a certain wine that I happened to pick out for her, like around when was it? It was Thanksgiving. That's what it was. Now I remember specifically because she was asking me, because of me working around with food and alcohol all the time and stuff, like a recommendation for like everyone. So I recommended Moscato because that's like the one that everyone can drink because it's easy, sweet, simple. So we ended up finding one at the store that she really liked. Now it's like her go-to drink. So she drinks what's called Menage a Trois. I think that's actually the name. Like it's called Menage a Trois. And I got it for her out of like because I thought the name was funny. But honestly, she's been liking it because out of like the level of alcohol content versus sweetness, it has a good balance. So that way she actually doesn't feel like it's more sweet than alcohol. It actually feels like it's effective. And I always drink Heineken. Oh, good kudos, bro. Honestly, how did you like the vineyard? That's awesome though. Like now I gotta tell my wife about this. You're all of a sudden gonna be her new favorite person. She's gonna all of a sudden have me relay questions to you, and all of a sudden it's gonna be like I'm the middleman all of a sudden passing notes. That's honestly like really awesome you were able to see the vineyard. So yeah, like she really likes that wine. She's tried a bunch of the different Moscatos, but that is definitely the one that she's into. I don't even like wine, period, to be honest. Yeah, I'm ignorant to it for the most part. It's just one of those ones that I had to learn like the basics, I guess. But it's not like one of those ones that I have an expertise in actually like, oh yeah, this is the one I drink. I don't know. I don't like them any of them. But it is really cool to see wine country. I would love to take my wife, honestly. I think she'd be happy to see something like that. Be something more up her alley. I've during COVID when it first hit, there was a point when me and the wife were kind of like thinking of things to do to stay home but still have fun. And we ended up like going out getting a bunch of stuff from Hobby Lobby to paint and then just doing our own like wine and paint thing, just me and her. It was a lot of fun considering, but I want to say that like it took us 3 days to do those paintings because obviously day one we were drinking, and like day two was us actually like okay let's finish it. This is kind of cool, and then day three was like us frustrated like it's not turning out the way we want it. But my wife wants me to make her another painting. Interesting. I don't think I would like to do Napa. I think I would like to do a less famous one. I don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people. Large crowds make me extremely nervous when I'm out of my element. Yeah, they do. They get so trashed. That was one of the things that they do here too in New Mexico is they have a convention center where they'll do things like the pork and brew, where they'll you get to actually like do contests on the best barbecue and the best brewed beer. So people just literally spend all day eating barbecue and beer and just rating it. So some of it's really cool. I won't argue that. Those are things that I would love to do. I don't know if they still do the pork and brew, but I would love to enter things like that. Alright. Just gonna play some casual for the time being. We are not getting sweaty just yet. Okay. Oh, dang. Yeah, I've heard of wine club things like that. I gotta admit, like, you know what? I should sign my wife up for something like that and not even let her know. Just wine appears one day at the door. She'll be so happy. Oh, shit. That would be really cool, though. I used to order alcohol when I was in high school, and my family had no idea. Just package would get delivered, and didn't really ask questions because like they themselves were not very computer savvy. I don't do those things anymore. Although it's now legal and I can do it. That's the irony. It was fun then. Oh, damn. That is really true. You know what? Like, that's actually genius just to have a nice supply of like wine and be like, here, want a bottle? And just like, it's always a good gift. What the flying hell? Yeah, I'm not doing so great, guys. I apologize. Ugh. That is true. I feel like that is a common thing that my family does is regifting. It is very common. It's one of those ones that even if they do like it, if they think that someone else would like it more, they'll just save it for them and regift it. But honestly, it's never a bad thing to regift one. Or even just regifting anything in general, I don't think is a big deal. Only bad books, in my opinion, or like the only bad gifts are books, in my opinion. And that's like the one thing. Like I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that one, but like if they're not a book person and you just give someone a book, I feel like it's almost insulting to their intellect. It's one of those ones I always get weirded out when I get books as a gift, because it's either one of those ones that they themselves love the book, and they just really want you to read the book, so it's almost like they can talk about it. But, I don't know, maybe it's just bad experiences. I've never gotten a book that I was like, oh dang, this is awesome. You know what? No, that's a lie. I got a book on Edgar Allan Poe poems. That one. That you get from Barnes & Noble. I actually like that one. I had never actually got a chance to read like his whole collection.
Power items on the field.
Damn it. I'm just getting terrorized left and right. It's Friday though, I shouldn't be surprised. I think one of those ones that I would never know what comic book to buy for myself, but I think receiving a comic book would actually be a really cool gift. Like from someone that knows comic books, I can appreciate that. Because then you don't even really know like if it is valuable or not when you're ignorant of it, so you would appreciate it more. I had read comics as a kid, and I don't know what it was, but certain comics were amazing to me, and other ones weren't. And I think what it really was like, I don't think I liked a lot of the style of drawing, and I ended up liking anime style drawing more. And that's kind of what set it for me. I think there are the differences. Oh damn. Yeah, so there's something you probably don't know about me, which is kind of a funny story and stuff. So when I was a kid, I had went to school in a bigger city for a little while when I was forced to live with my mom for a short period of time. And then once that fell through, which didn't take very long, I ended up having to move to a small town. So when they had to do an assessment on me, I was in 6th grade. Yeah, at the time when this happened. So moving into 5th into 6th grade, they had to do an assessment on me, and then they realized that my reading level was in 11th grade. So in order to keep me stimulated, I had to buy my own books. And I just ended up like
5 minutes remain.
I just ended up reading a lot of like larger size like fiction novels. So I think even then in like 6th grade, I had started out just reading Harry Potter and randomness, and I wasn't able to really get a chance to read anything smaller like comic books as an option like everyone else in my grade. So like now it's not a big deal. Like my son can read comics in school if he wants, and that's still considered a form of reading. Like everything, no one has any issues with it, but it wasn't really an option when I was this age. So I think if anything, I was almost omitted a really good chance of just being able to like get into it, because I've only read like 1 or 2 comics. I remember that distinctly. And if anything, the one thing I didn't mind reading was like the Mad TV comic magazine thing, the ridiculous ones. I don't know if you ever read those ones, but that's really awesome that it helped you learn to read, honestly. Like I imagine though too, like our generations were different though. Like if anything, comics were a really, really good resource back then, and everyone was like into them, so it actually worked out. Mad, yeah. I don't know why. Like it's like I can remember the face, but I don't really remember the name of them. But I used to read those as a kid a lot. I have no idea what that means. I'm gonna assume it's spam. Trying to lure me in with a fake name. So like I read a lot of fiction when I was in high school, and like a lot of different books back then. If anything, I was really into Stephen King, and I had read like all of like the Dark Tower series, all kinds of different ones. Like if there was a series, I probably read it. I was reading Anne Rice randomly back then too, like because a bunch of girls at the time were like, "Oh, read this, read that," and it wasn't so much that it was like I was into the girls, but it's very few people read books as guys, except for like maybe 1 or 2 of my friends, and he was one of the only people I know that was able to read The Stand in like a month and do things like that. Like that's a book that's daunting, but yeah, like I don't know. So I only had a few friends that were into books well enough that I would take their recommendations. The Anne Rice ones weren't bad, just not up my alley. Just I don't know. Definitely a huge lore behind it I can appreciate, but just not my style. And so like I read tons then, and then now like all my stuff is like self-help almost to some degree. I got Millionaire Success, The Making of a Story, The New Rules of Marketing and PR, The Intelligent Investor, The 48 Laws of Power, and like Mastery, and a bunch of different things like that.
Hold the zones and we score. Get to it.
I have a bunch of different books on, like, I think the books that I appreciated the most, that even though they're extremely old, they're still, like, immensely relevant still, is, like, the Dale Carnegie books. And I don't know if you know anything about the Dale Carnegie books, but, like, he writes things like, 7 Ways to Make Friends and Influence People, and it's like after reading that, I realized like why so many people dislike me, which is understandable. More after time, you realize like what it is that gets under people's skin. Even if they can kind of look past it, it does get under their skin over a certain amount of time.
Stronghold Alpha is ours.
And so like I don't know, it actually did help. Yeah, that one. How to Win Friends and Influence People. So that one I really liked the book, and the other one too with I'm a blank at the point. Think and Grow Rich. Like, I know he wasn't really the one that wrote that one. Just helped Hill write it, but really good stuff.
Enemy team scoring.
Yeah, and a bunch of different ones like that. Honestly, they're really good books, though. I've read most of them. I have a few other ones too that are like a little bit smaller ones. I like Alchemist or any of those kind of, I guess.
Stronghold Alpha is ours.
I have a huge interest in those ones, like all the storylines behind how certain people got famous, or how like certain people earned their
Overshield
wealth.
inbound. Stronghold Alpha lost.
Enemy team scoring.
Overshield available.
I thought that would have pushed him back further, but guess not.
Your team scoring.
I know you said that you're not a big wine guy and your wife is, so
Obtained. We've
do you
captured
drink beer?
Bravo.
What's your beer of choice, Mr. Marvel?
Stronghold Alpha lost.
If it's like at the store, I will always buy Heineken out of habit. I don't mind Blue Moon or different things like that, but it's just a habit to get Heineken. If they have it in like an actual place, my preferred drink
Skewer inbound.
is Guinness on the tap.
We've lost a teammate. Targets are over there.
Skewer available.
I don't know why I like Guinness on tap so much, but I think it was like an. I think it was more than just the drink. I think it was like an environment thing. Like everything together made it.
Lost.
I don't know, made it enjoyable.
Eyes up.
Fair enough.
Score.
Spike grenades acquired. Overshield inbound.
Cover me.
That's awesome. I had friends that actually went to Dublin in high school for their senior
Your
trip,
team scoring.
This zone's ours.
and I'm really jealous. They got to actually have beer at the Guinness factory then, and the whole thing sounded amazing.
A shield.
I've never been able to drink by myself. Like, as weird as it was, the only time I really was able to drink by myself was.
The enemy has captured Bravo.
I don't think I ever have. I just remember one particular weekend trying,
That's a reliable weapon.
and it was hard. It wasn't even like I was drunk. It was just more like me forcing beer down because I was bored. And I only tried it once like that. Other than that, I can never really get into drinking, to be honest. My wife drinks a little bit more than I do, and can definitely outdrink me if she wants to.
We've captured Bravo.
But, yeah. When I was younger, I could definitely drink, though. I gotta admit, that was definitely a whole other era for me. I had friends, though, that were, like, dealing with liver failure, so it's not really the same, I guess, when I look at it in retrospect. It was like, I was surrounded in an environment where drinking was just the norm, and if anything, I drank a lot less than other people. So it
Captured Alpha.
never felt like it was a big deal, but a lot more than most people at that age.
Enemies on me.
Yeah. Even if you don't drink alone, even if you are like the person that ends up drinking the most, typically that still ends up happening to you, because no one really stays at your house for too long when you're the blacked out person. I remember distinctly getting a phone call from one of my friends, and he was asking where he was and what we did to him. And we're like, bro, we left you in your bed. You were gone. Like, the last thing we know is you were in your bed, we watched a movie, sobered up, and then went home. And apparently he, in his drunken state, locked himself in his garage and had no lights to even know he was in his garage. He just was in the dark completely.
Stronghold Charlie, lost.
Double kill.
We've captured Bravo.
Enemy team nearing victory.
So definitely can understand when thinking that level.
Low on ammo.
There have been times though too, like I remember this distinctly. The very first time I was introduced to rum and coke,
Your team scored.
I basically was able to get a half pint and of whatever I wanted. That was basically the agreement. And so I just picked rum and coke because I've never had it at that time. So I took it back with me, took a few sips of it, and I'm like, oh, this is good. And I poured it all into a little mixed drink, took another sip of it, and I'm like, oh, I don't mind this at all. Next thing I know, I finished the entire thing within like 10 minutes. It's a half pint in 10 minutes inside of like a Coke. And I don't remember anything. But apparently my friend had to pull me out of my own vomit to keep myself from like drowning in it. So I lucked out by not drowning in my own vomit.
What now? Stronghold Alpha is ours.
Your team scored.
Overshield inbound.
Double kill.
As a guy, you don't really wake up like wondering like what happened.
Overshield available.
I think I would have made the same choice with food though. So I got a guy with negative 200 points. How is that even possible? I'm not even mad, I'm just impressed.
Enemy team scored.
Yeah, I think honestly I would pick food.
Dove.
I don't miss those days either, honestly. Like I remember distinctly like some of the craziest like parties and stuff like that, and at the time you think it's amazing, and then in retrospect you realize like you're just lucky you didn't get killed. Because other parties and other situations usually did have people who they're like just drama. Got a group mess. Oh, I see. So, you're kind of familiar with a lot of the Hey, Mr. Mean Queen, how you doing? I was about to message you, actually. I just saw the message in the group chat now. I'm sorry that, work's been sucking lately. I got a funny story for you, Marvel. Do you remember around 2008 when all of a sudden they were doing the Junker for Clunker thing and everyone was trading in their cars to get eco-friendly, like basically hybrids or whatever else at the time, and Ford Focuses was like the main one. So my wife had done that, basically jumped in on the whole thing, got a Ford Focus. All of them ended up being blue. I don't know if you kind of noticed that. They're either blue or red. It was A or B. There was one night, it was raining and we were at the mall. So we're running to our car. We get in the car and we're like sitting there like, dang, it's raining hard. And then we like look at each other and then we look around and we realize this is not our car. And we get out and everything on the outside looks like our car. And we had to run further down the like aisle before we found our car. But it was the craziest thing ever. We've never gotten in somebody else's car before. Literally happened to me once. How you doing, Mean Queen? Dude, I'm really sorry about work, bro. I have nothing to complain about. I genuinely don't. Like, so today we were supposed to throw like a huge amount of stuff at the landfill today, and we went at like 8:30. They said they're not gonna accept any trash until like 11 because they have to move a bunch of it out. And so that was basically it. It was us on standby, waiting. Now the yard is a little cleaner than it was, so that's good. The dog is happy too, because ironically, as we were cleaning and getting rid of stuff for my son and throwing it away, she ended up finding a bunch of like balls that were just random toys and stuff. But she's so excited about now, like she was sifting through toy garbage happily. Ironically, like what she liked the most is this 15-year-old. It's a basketball that I had won from Six Flags in Texas. Yeah, like it's got to be at least 16 years old. I was a teenager at the time when I went. I don't even think I could drive, so I had to have been like 15 or 16. I don't know. Trying to find it. My phone is running so freaking slow lately. I think it's because we haven't paid the bill. We're a little late on it, and I think they do that on purpose, where they make the internet run like. I have an extension. Don't get me wrong; it's gonna get paid. It's one of those ones where it's like. It's the timing of it. I'm like, shit. I'll wait till. There we go. Found a GIF.
Beat him to a pulp, Spartan.
Cover me.
It's funny because I remember, like, as a kid, struggling sometimes to find the car in really big parking lots.
Camo inbound.
At the same time, though, too, I've also had one of my clunkers stolen. So I distinctly remember this story.
Active camo available.
It was New Year's, like, day, January 1st. So New Year's Eve was the night before. I didn't drink, but I had to work. And so, like, I parked my car outside like I normally do, and it's an old Subaru Legacy. Old little, like, sheep car is the best way I could describe it. That's what it always looked like to me. Anyway, so I had this old Subaru Legacy from the 80s generation,
Gain the lead.
and somebody had stolen it in the middle of the night, and I had reported it stolen. It was like 2 months. I had never seen it, never heard or anything. I gave up on ever even finding it because it was a cheap vehicle anyway, and I figured it's gone. I found it in the parking lot. Oh yeah, I did get a new camera on top of a brand new light. I found it in the parking lot of a gas station that I like just happened to get a drink at. A random one I never go to. And it was there. Had no battery, no air conditioning, all of a sudden. And it was missing like something random. And that was it. Just went and bought a battery and then I drove it home and that was it. I like had to unreport it stolen. And I got it back. It was just the weirdest thing though.
Lost the lead.
I'm hoping that the camera looks better.
Tag one.
I did get a... So, like, I got a camera a while back. Around the same time I got a new graphics card. I'm not too sure if you knew about that. So the camera does look better, but if any reason it looks better than the last few streams, is because there's a giant light attached to it. And now the contrast is set so, so low, I guess would be the word, or the brightness is set so low that you don't really see my background, but you see me at a normal level. I'm not overexposed.
Gained the lead.
You're amazing, Spartan.
No, he's around here. Where is he? Buddy's here somewhere. Startled.
Frag
Grab the repulsor.
Ah, bad move. Oh, about the car? Yeah, and it sucked because I was working with Carlos at the time, and I was struggling to get to work. And I think I was around the time where I basically ended up just quitting because it really was a struggle. It wasn't even worth it, like,
Lost the lead.
the amount of drama I was dealing with versus, like, my fixed income. And it's funny because I was on a fixed income.
Spartan down.
I was like the only person that ever worked there that wasn't able to like accept raises. I had to like stay on my thing because the more money I made, the more they took away. So staying at a very specific ratio was the optimum number to stay at, and I figured it out math wise, and I like, no, this is how much I have to make, otherwise I make less, ironically.
Watch my back.
Active camo inbound.
Tag one.
I'm probably like the youngest person I've ever met in my life that has ever actually like had Section 8 under their name. Not like under someone else's, not I'm living there, like I run the voucher. It was really weird story on how I managed to pull that one off.
Lost the lead.
Let's say loopholes. Or what saved me. And a legal aid, because I couldn't afford a lawyer.
Sniper got them.
But anyway, I'm off that whole thing. And now I can actually, like, afford to live. So did you have to work today, Steven? What happened? What's going on at work? I assume you weren't able to call out. Where is everyone anyway? I'm curious of that. No one's really responded to group chat, huh?
Enemy halfway to victory.
Interesting. I'm honestly not even paying attention to my matches right now.
Power items on the way.
I'm playing the game, but I'm not feeling the game. You guys ever have those days? I might have to just grab a beer, though. I think that is the remedy. What? There really isn't. I'm sorry. At least you guys are almost at your 5-year mark, and then you guys can leave. I think today I'm getting played. Today definitely feels like that kind of day.
5 minutes remaining.
I remember my first vehicle was a Chevy Blazer. I bought it for $300 and a mini fridge. So I know all about shit cars.
The lead.
I had to climb in that thing from the passenger side. And then, like, there was one day we were out, like, driving it, and its suspension was, like, so stiff that, I hit a bump, and it shattered the back windshield.
Enemy team nearing victory.
Is this where all the Halo Hustlers come out? Is that really true? Probably is, Ro.
Active camo inbound. Active camo available.
The lead.
Oh, I didn't even realize we were down. Probably because of me, though. Oh, no, I'm not the worst.
Lost the lead.
Down. Hush.
S7 sniper inbound.
Interesting.
Picking up a drop off.
It sounds like a story in itself. I'm sure you, like, at least were able to learn a lesson from it, but
Defeat.
I've always wanted to buy a vehicle from a police auction. I've always wanted to do that. Just to even go to a police auction and try, honestly. I think that'd be fun. The crazy thing is, like, I know people who've done it, and that's the one where I was, like, really surprised, because I've seen people who bought things from, like, it was like a Jeep that was set on fire or something like that, and basically it was, like, involved in a crime. I don't know what it was, but they bought it for, like, $500, and other than the cosmetic issues, like, mechanically it was fine, so it looked horrid, but that was pretty easy fix compared to spending, like, $10,000 for a brand new Jeep of the same kind. So it was actually one of those ones where it was like not a Rubicon, but similar to the Rubicon. It was a really nice Jeep. That's all I really remember about it. And they just rebuilt it and saved a ton of money doing it. So a lot of it doesn't even matter. You don't need a... It's nice to have a speedometer and all those things, but you don't necessarily need it, you know what I mean? Not on those kind of Jeeps. Especially after the way they made it. It was like a guy's Jeep for sure. I remember one of my favorite cars that I had for the longest time that was a gamble was for $500. I bought a 84 Nissan 300ZX. It was the very first Nissan. No, it was actually my second Nissan. So ironically, I did have an 84 Nissan beforehand that just died randomly. And there was nothing I could do. So I ended up wanting another one, looked into it, found one for $500. And what happened was it was the sister selling it because the brother was in jail, I think. And they didn't know what to do with the car. And so it was like whatever she made from the car was going to basically be her birthday money. So she could care less. And she felt bad anyway selling it. So she sold it to me cheap because she didn't know what to sell it to me for because I wasn't running. And I ended up getting like a, I didn't have it towed, but I got one of the little tow trailers and stuff so that I can attach it to a truck, brought it home. And I think I paid an extra $500 in parts and got it running. And that one was by far one of my most favorite cars I've ever had. It was a yellow Nissan, had a turbo built in. It was the 84... Because it was an 84, it was also the 50th anniversary edition of, like, Nissan. So they had, like, a custom decal set up for it. And it was, like, ahead of its time because everything was electronic on an 80s car that was, like, not easy to find. It really was a dice roll, but at the same time, like, I knew with confidence, regardless of what I had to do, that car was worth a little bit more than what I paid for it. And if I had to, I could have probably still broke even. I'm really glad I got it working. What ended up happening though is I don't know if you know what the master key is, but that snapped, and after that I was like, I'm done. I can't spend any more money because I had already like, if I remember correctly, because it was a manual transmission, I had replaced and rebuilt the entire transmission, and they had synchros built in those old ones, and the synchros was the pain in the ass part of it. So the kit itself was like 250 bucks. Having it like done for me and stuff, since I couldn't do it myself, costed like all in all like a little over $1,000. Oh wow! I just heard somebody
Enemy has the ball.
do the most epic burp in game. I love that car though. That was one of my most favorite cars out of anything I've ever owned.
Ball dropped.
It's ours now.
Enemy has the ball.
Frag out. Taking cover.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
An ally has slain the carrier.
Ball dropped.
Yeah, that was a bad
Enemy
move on
has
my
the
part.
ball.
Down there. Tagged one.
Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Yeah, my car I think did the same thing. Door is ajar. Door is ajar. And it would just repeat it. I think my car had that too. The gimmicks of the 80s were a little absurd. Even the look of it had like this weird like 80s retro vibe to
Enemy
it.
has the ball. Enemy halfway
I love
to
the car
victory.
though, honestly. It was weird. I've never had a car that like I got compliments on for like a different reason altogether. It wasn't because it was like the most pricey or like best looking car. People appreciated that I actually like brought back a classic car and was still keeping it alive.
Cinder shot
I got like so many compliments from like older dudes and like people that just recognized it immediately and knew what it was, but a lot of like younger people didn't care. They just thought it looked cool. So,
Enemy has the ball.
oh, I hated the automatic seatbelts. I remember distinctly like always getting choked by those things. Feel bad for Mr. Mean Queen. I know what it's like at his work right now.
Round lost.
Everyone's like grumpy, so I'm pretty sure right now I'm not gonna see Mr. Poseidon today like I normally would.
Incoming.
He was like mad yesterday. I have no idea what one of the bosses had told him, but I know it pissed him off.
We have the ball. Ball dropped.
Allied carrier down.
We have the ball.
Cover me. Enemies on me.
The one I'm a little surprised though is no T-Cal. Hopefully he's doing alright. Usually always in. But then again, I didn't start my stream at the normal time, so.
Ball dropped.
Allied carrier down.
We have the ball.
Enemies on me.
Halfway to victory.
Ooh.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Cinder shot inbound.
Ball dropped.
An ally has slain the carrier. Cinder shot available.
We have the ball.
Nice.
Nearing victory.
Tango's closing in.
I'm not even sure what you mean by the trebuch is rubbish. Oh wait, you caught a trebuch. The trebuch is probably rubbish.
Round one.
Nice.
Final round. Ball incoming.
Just one more win. One more and we survive this.
Close. Over there.
We have the ball.
Taking damage.
I actually feel bad because I feel like had I not left, work would have been a little better for everybody. I know it was like not really anything. Any one person can make a difference, I guess it seems like, but I never cared about like getting raises or looking good, so if there was anything I was really good at was keeping everybody like vibing. Like even if we were in a bad mood, we just turn that like bad mood into a shenanigan somehow and just take it out on someone. Sometimes you just gotta
We
get
have
petty.
the ball.
But it's nice to get petty in a funny way. You know what I mean? Petty with a story that you can tell.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Well, I'm glad I make your workday better. I'm hoping everybody's workday gets a little bit better by hanging out in the stream.
We have the ball.
Enemies on me. Watch my back.
Way to victory.
I'm gonna have to start implementing my own like workdays though pretty soon.
Taking damage.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Cinder shot inbound.
Ball dropped.
Seize the skull. Hold on to that and we win. Cinder shot available.
Frag out.
Nearing victory.
Cover me.
Almost got this.
Tango's.
So what I was saying about my workday thing, where I kind of got distracted, was that I need to start implementing like more time to actually recording. So I had spent at least 6 hours yesterday like recording and then editing just to make the single 40 like second video, because I was trying to do it under a format so that it would actually fall under a YouTube short and not under a like a regular video like it's been. So now that it's under YouTube Shorts, I understand how to make the format. I just need to start cranking them out, and I'm just gonna follow the like previous format. But in your opinion, was it cringy? I feel like it was kind of cringy in my. I feel like I was kind of forcing it, but I'm not too sure. Same time though, like I'm not providing like an immense amount of like wealth of knowledge because I have to do it within a 40-second span. My wife feels like it doesn't make sense to do something that quick, but I don't think she realizes like the concept behind TikTok and like YouTube Shorts is quick form, because nobody has a very long attention span. So I wanted to have a combination of the two, is that once I make enough short form content, have some things of long form content. Ugh. You don't like the aspect ratio I used? Oh, I see what you mean. So that's what makes it a YouTube short, because now it's phone friendly and it's not regular. It doesn't look good on computers. And so that's the thing that basically the same thing that I'm mentioning in the video, even though I posted on YouTube, is like the algorithm now is trying to push out content like that more than they're pushing out long form content so that they can build themselves up to compete with TikTok. And then they're also promoting their own live stuff so that they can compete with Twitch. So I'm trying to not aim for the traditional means by any means. So while I agree it is not my style of content and it's definitely new to me, I'm trying to just do it to play the game. I know I don't watch YouTube at all on my phone. I don't do much social media at all on my phone, period. But it's one of those ones where I won't know until I try it, and no, that's what I'm basically gonna do is just push it out, because I feel like that's what it is. Half of content creation isn't really isn't always necessarily the way you do the content, but like the things behind the content. Seems like the times you post a lot of times increases it more than the actual content itself. But yeah, not a fan of it either. I apologize. I am gonna do regular long form content though, and then I do want to implement like the anime one, because I feel like that one, I think that one would be fun and fast for me, because I won't have to think about it. I could literally just start talking. I don't have to do any research. I even know half the storylines things, so the anime one I'm gonna start, but I'm not probably gonna release just right away. Feed the beast with volume? And by that, do you mean I just need to increase my volume on the video? Oh, wait, never mind. Feed the YouTube beast with volume numbers. I get it, with quantity. Yeah, that's basically the concept behind it. Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping, is that if I make about 50 of these short form videos to 100 of them, it will promote all the long form video. Yeah, sorry, that was my overthinking moment that I do so often. Alright, real quick, I'm gonna go grab me a beer because honestly that sounds amazing right now. And then I'll start the next round. No, I think that was one of my moments where I'm just... It could be a read context way in two different ways, you know what I mean? And I misread the content. It made sense after I thought about it, though, because I'm like, that... What? It was a me moment. I have those. Don't mind me. Oh.
Slayer.
So I've done my Halo happy hour technically, because it's been about 1 hour after this match, so I may look into something else. I think I might play Final Fantasy again. I was trying to play Final Fantasy 7 off of Steam. It was such a pain.
Shield inbound.
Final Fantasy 7, yeah, it's like it's a PlayStation 1 game. Really old, but honestly I really liked it. It was had a really good storyline. I don't know if you're familiar with the remake that happened not too long ago. But it was basically a PlayStation exclusive for the remake, so I never got to play the remake, but I can technically play some of these old school ones. This Weezer guy is, I don't know what he was thinking. That is a low bar, dang. I need to post some more things on eBay. I sell a lot of things every now and then, because I've come to realize like eBay, although I thought it was dead, is not dead in the least bit, and people still buy tons of stuff from it. So I actually made more money on eBay than I did like at my job one time, 1 month.
Overshield inbound.
I made like a good like $1,500 in a month off eBay. But that was few and far between, and also I sold like everything that was worth selling. But now I'm out of. I do need to sell my old GPU though. I don't think anyone would be interested, but maybe. There's a chip shortage. I was hoping to kind of keep it just so that I can have a streaming setup with it. But at the same time, I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Skewer inbound.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea to do the buying only, selling only.
We've lost a teammate.
I actually found some of my old side hustle in while I was cleaning out the garage and stuff and doing all the yard work. As soon as I get a moment, I'll show you.
Watch my back.
I knew that was coming. Let's see.
Got him.
I used to do these as a side hustle. Let's see if I can get it in the screen. I used to make actual, like, commercial beef jerky. So these are the old labels, the ones that don't have the barcodes.
Overshield inbound.
I had to buy barcodes and everything so that they would actually work legitimately for retail. And then I was at the point where I had everything set up. All I was missing was just basically like a little bit of I guess a little bit of PR would have been the best way to describe it. I just needed to set up my Amazon thing a little better and do a few more things. But what ended up happening is I ended up getting a different job, and then once COVID hit, that was like the side hustle that I was trying to turn into a legitimate hustle. But I was hoping that some reason there would be a chance. What was that whole like? I forgot what they called it. It was the paycheck protection thing. I was kind of hoping that they were gonna do like a second round of that by some chance, and then that way it would actually help me
Shield's down.
continue it. But It didn't last very long because I ran out of funds to continue. I still have all the stuff, I just gotta get to a point where I actually want to promote it.
Spartan down.
It is true, I do have media outlets, but I also...
Above us.
I feel weird trying to promote my, my own thing, like, in that weird way, I guess, through this. I feel like it's getting greedy. I mean, if people want jerky, I can reset up the store, because originally everything on my jerky was sold through Shopify before I finally started adding the barcodes to allow me to sell it on Amazon. But, that would basically be what I need to do again, is just reset up the Shopify accounts and go through that whole process again. I don't know if people would be into the jerky, because my thought process behind it and why I was trying to do it was I was really hoping people would be interested in spicy jerky that is actually really common here in New Mexico, because we have red and green chili. And so, like, that is the main two flavors is red and green. And they're not, like, stupid hot, but they are spicy, so it becomes, like, super addicting, since beef jerky is already addicting on top of, like, spicy jerky. And, I don't know if you're familiar with anything that's, like, New Mexican food, but it tastes like our New Mexican food just done in jerky form.
Remaining.
We have something called carne asada, and definitely tastes like carne asada.
Watch my back.
Dude, stun him? Aren't you like famous as shit, bro? What are you doing? Thank you, bro. Honestly, I appreciate the hosts. I appreciate the support. And, I've actually been, I happened to follow you back, and I was kind of looking into you. I was watching you Apex play today. How you doing, bro? Spices in, you say? Alright, well. For those who don't know, I have a company called Cowboy Up Jerky that does spicy jerky and spicy only jerky. I guess, yeah, we could do salt and pepper if you want, but if I remember correctly, that one was called Plain Jane, and do that intentionally. The slogan for the jerky, so to put hair on your chest. My wife did not like my slogan, but I don't care. Dude, I love some Apex too. What ended up happening with my Apex account is I had bought a bunch of the characters and stuff, like Valk and everything. And now I can't remember my account info to log into that one. So then once I like re-logged in after setting up like new gear and everything, I can't remember that account info. So I might just have to grind it out again and see if I can get my characters. I'm sad. But I appreciate it, Stun. I'm hanging out, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't say you're famous, but dude, you got enough going for you. Were you really on console for that long? Or are you just joking around? Dude, yeah, I hate the restart. I was dreading it for months. Like, I had talked about doing it, but I never actually ended up doing it. And so everyone was kind of bugging. I wouldn't say bugging, but... Dude, well, kudos. As it is life-changing. And it's one of those ones, too, where, like, you're gonna end up like me, bro. I don't know if you could see this, but this is a callus that is ended up forming, so I can no longer use, like, controllers. Now I can only use mouse and keyboard. And it is now altering my body and my physiology. I'm slowly becoming a PC person. Who am I kidding? I've been playing PC since '95, bro. My very first PC computer was in '97, and I was playing Doom on it back then. God, I'm getting old, bro. I'm moving up there. Marvel's not gonna like me saying that. My wife's not gonna like me saying that. My wife's a little older than me, so every time I say I'm old, it just pisses her off. That's really the only reasoning. But thank you so much, Stunham. Honestly, I appreciate you. Today's a weird day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having not a bad day by any means, but like it's one of those days where I had so much planned. I know you're older. Yeah, and that's the funny thing is I have a friend that plays competitive Halo, like he's in Onyx right now. And every now and then he'll switch to mouse and keyboard so that he can play with me, and it's like almost like we're on even par and he sucks again. And then it takes probably like 30 minutes for him to like get warmed up that way, and then he's back to his 25 kills per match minimum. But yeah, I'll never be as good as you guys on controller. I don't have the thumbs. And not only that, I feel like you need a really good controller. Like, not even the Elite. The Elites suck and everything else. Like, you just need... I don't know. I remember, like, a long time ago having this controller that, like, it had fans on the inside of it, so it would help keep your hands from sweating. That was the only controller that I genuinely loved. Because I'm not gonna lie, I get sweaty, guys.
We attacking or defending?
How do you like Valorant, bro? As someone who plays, like, a fairly similar amount of FPS, what do you think of Valorant? I like that it's, like, optimized gaming. It looks amazing. It looks amazing to stream. Dude, I don't even think you have to get fancy anymore. I used to think that, but now I'm, like, realizing just putting yourself out there is all you gotta do. I saw one dude who didn't even have a setup. All he was doing was using his phone to like record Twitch from his phone and then record the gameplay and everything else from it. And he was genuinely getting like a ton of respect for it. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I suck. So I definitely am not. But I've always been the first to admit that I am not a very good player. I don't try to use that as an excuse though. I'm still trying to get better. But I know I'm not good. I honestly had more fun from doing just chatting, honestly, than a lot of games. Those ones where I really don't I started doing Halo Happy Hour, and that's basically what this premise was. Is almost every time I stream now, I do at least 1 hour of Halo. And not only that, all my friends are pretty big Halo players. So I get at least some support and some help too when they come in and tell me what I need to be doing.
Our team took the enemy flag. Active camo inbound.
I was gonna say, I remember seeing I saw you streaming Fortnite. And I only didn't watch because it was Fortnite, and I really hate to say it, but I can't get into Fortnite. The building system to it is what kills it for me. That is definitely a game I don't think I could play. I may even get away with a lot of other games, but that one is definitely not up my alley. I tried 1v1? That like mini IO game of it. And that one was kind of okay. I didn't mind that one, but it was like me playing against viewers was what made it more fun than the game itself.
Flag returned. Flag captured.
Oh, okay. So if there's no building, you don't mind it? Fair enough. Dude, you're hosting me with 21 viewers. Holy shit. Thank you so much, bro. I honestly am still getting used to just even looking up my own stuff, so I apologize I'm not the most entertaining. If y'all are still hanging out, thank you so much. I would say the one thing that's nice about my channel is regardless of the game, I usually spend more time focusing on chat. So if you guys have anything to say, by all means, jump in.
Above us.
Oh, no worries. Oh, really? I might have to try Fortnite for that reason.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
I gotta admit though, I get a bunch of random viewers on this one too, and I think that's the only reason I don't mind playing Halo, like on Fridays especially.
Returned.
Seems like Fridays are good days for it. I was kind of hoping too that like the Paramount movie would actually bring back more people into Halo. Well,
Active camo available.
doesn't look like it's doing much for it. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm curious. Like, if anyone has seen it, please tell me.
Has revealed themselves.
Oh yeah, dude, I've been playing mouse and keyboard forever. I don't know how to play otherwise. In your opinion, bro, would you say if I threw in a
Flag
webcam
returned.
just for my hands,
Got the camo.
it'd be entertaining? 'Cause I know like not everyone plays mouse and keyboard, and I know you have your like overlay for like being able to see your thumbs, which is pretty much a standard now. But I don't think they have like that for.
Flag returned.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed signals from it as well, even before it came out, and so like I can understand everyone's reluctance of it, but I was kind of hoping that it would be one of those ones where, although like not everyone will be into it, it would at least, I don't know, it would at least be a nice portrayal, I guess, you know what I mean?
Targets are over there. Tagged one.
I'm really hoping though, like it is gonna be good, and I'm wrong. I like being wrong about things and like downplaying it in my head a little bit, so that way once I'm like, oh, it was so much better than I expected, it ends up being like twice as good. You know what I mean?
Their flag. Power items on the way.
Flag captured. Steak-tacular. Victory.
Yeah, I have an extra webcam. My only issue is I'm running out of like USB ports in my my desktop. Like sometimes I look at my computer setup and I'm just like I feel bad for it. Facebook, you say. So here's my issue. And I don't know if you've had to deal with this now that you're starting to kind of like, I don't know. I know you're popping much more than me, so with your numbers, have you had to deal with the fact that people you actually know in real life are starting to recognize you? Because I don't know how, but people I actually know in real life are starting to fucking recognize me. And I don't know if it's just like the algorithms are pushing content to locals and it's like going to things, but like my issue with Facebook is there's enough people on there that I'm terrified that people I know are going to start recognizing me. And I don't want that. I genuinely don't. I like streaming to randos because y'all don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know where I live. But then all of a sudden, once you guys start, like, for real, I've noticed this too. Like, as soon as I start doing good or have something that a little, like, emits a little bit of jealousy, then all of a sudden motherfuckers out the woodwork come out coattailing. And it's like, are you kidding me? I'm not even big or like acknowledgeable. But I'm at that point now. I'm starting to see things like this, and it's freaking me out. And I've like had a conversation with the wife. Yeah, see, the thing is, I know them in real life too. A lot of the people on Facebook,
I just don't want them to know what I'm doing, to be honest. Do you ever have like friends that you've known since like middle school that to some degree they're more like family members than friends? And while you may not talk all the time, you're almost in a like, I don't know, life comparison thing, you know what I mean? Where people compare each other. I'm at that point in my life where it seems like my friends compare their lives to my life, and I don't like it because I'm not anyone to envy, but I'm also like an enigma to them because I just do things and it just works out for me. Dude, well, kudos to having your random woman lurkers, bro. I don't think that's a bad thing. I have some like male lurkers, I'm pretty sure, hanging out. So, you know, take what you can get. And I don't mean like you guys per se, but you know, there are some males that are just kind of looking at me for me and not for the content or the gaming. Dude, and that's my issue right now. I'm a hardcore loner in a sense myself. Like, I even got invited to go hang out with them. I'm pretty sure because they knew about the channel and everything else going on. And like, they've never, for years since COVID hit, have invited me to do anything. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're starting to invite me, and I'm like, y'all been talking shit about me, like even to me when I'm around, because that's all what we do is talk shit anyway. But some of them aren't like the same kind of like, oh, haha, joke. No, it's like, it's the snidey ones, you know what I mean? Like the ones family members make. That's... yeah. I don't know. Oh, called you. Okay. Yeah, my family doesn't like me. It's part of the loner thing. Even in high school, like I would disappear for the entire weekend and then just come home without out of the blue. The most like you would get a phone call is if the cops like happened to detain me and needed like an adult to come take me home, which happened on a few occasions, but it's not that often because I very rarely got caught. But my family really does not like me. I have a bunch of them that really just,
Get their flag.
to this day, still have grudges against me that don't even make sense. I don't post on my personal either. That's the thing, is I don't have a personal. But you may not know this, is I have a YouTube account and a Twitch account that, like, when I'm talking, it's showing my face. And somehow my TikTok made it onto my family's thing. And now I'm starting to get likes from my family members and like people that I'm like, oh fuck.
Now, took their flag.
Because this is not, I don't do anything that I'm like ashamed of by any means. But my family's kind of dumb. They don't really have a concept of the internet, and I get like 15 views and they might think like I'm famous for some reason. Or they just get a misconception of everything, I don't know. But they're not the brightest, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to be mean, but they're very far from tech savvy. I am like constantly the one that has to come and show them the basics of things. They didn't even know what streaming services were, like Netflix or Hulu. They still use like old cable systems until recently when I showed them like for 50 bucks you can have everything you're already watching. And then now they finally made the switch. They finally bought internet for themselves, as of recently. Internet. How bad it's gotten. But I don't know. The whole thing of like now that I'm starting to get recognized, it freaks me out. My family knows I'm tech savvy. Even like everyone knows I'm tech savvy. Like I was working at a college, that was the previous job I had, and instead of doing like what I should have been doing, my original job, they made me the guy that just records and edits all the videos, so that like, because I worked at a college that did culinary school, so basically I had to do culinary videos and culinary tutorials that taught like formal French techniques.
Camo's mine.
Active camo available. Enemy flag carrier revealed.
It works out though, because the secret thing that I've never mentioned is that if it wasn't for the college thing
Required.
giving me a...
Return.
They have our flag.
I don't work there anymore, but I still have the license, basically is what I'm trying to get at. I have Adobe Premiere and all of Adobe Suite completely free because the college still thinks I'm doing digital editing for the college. That's the one benefit of having a really, really big place like that. Yeah, well, my grandma was the one that raised me. So that's the kind of thing. It's like I don't really have your atypical parenting.
Taking fire.
Enemy flag carrier revealed.
That was a weird voice. Did that sound like feminine to you guys? Like kind of. Alright, we gotta reposition real quick. Yeah, and that's basically my family. They don't understand how to even use a phone to this day. So, with that being said, like I've actually gotten to the point where out of
Returned.
my son has to like teach them things even to this day.
Get it home, Spartan. You're exposed, Spartan.
Dude, that guy doesn't even... I don't know what they're playing, but they ain't playing Halo. They ain't playing Cap the Flag.
Spotted us, Spartan.
But I live in a rural area anyway, so it's one of those ones where like
Enemy
no
flag
one
returned.
has a concept of anything like in my area. It works to my favor to some degree, I'll admit.
They have our flag. Not good. I see him. The enemy carrier. Took the enemy flag.
Double kill. Flag returned.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, I've had moments too where I've actually given my grandma things that were really nice. Like, genuinely, like, she just doesn't even realize that it's nice. Like, I'd spent like $200 on a frame that's a digital frame that you can upload pictures to. It wasn't until we started uploading a bunch of pictures and she was able to show it off to her sister that she liked it. Initially, she didn't even care. She was like, what is this? I don't know how to use it. I don't like it. I don't want it.
Know where we are.
And then, like, after a while, once the pictures picked out, and then she was able to swipe through it like a cell phone and be like, yeah, look at this picture. Oh, look at this one, and this and that. She was able to, like, one-up her sister, and that was the only time it mattered. So I've come to realize, like, I have to now think of it in that aspect.
Flag returned.
It's like, will this gift allow my grandma to outdo her sisters? Because somehow, that's her priority in this age of life.
Close.
Enemy captured your flag.
I will admit though, my grandma's pretty gangster. To this day, this woman's like about to hit her 70s and she still drinks way more than me and my wife can. If she wanted to, she could outdrink us. This woman don't care. I remember her drinking Mickey's grenades as a kid, and I used to collect like all the caps.
Active camo inbound.
And it wasn't until I got older that I realized that my grandma still drinks Mickey's.
Flag returned.
It's just instead of keeping them in the 40s, she just pours it out of the 40 and put it into a little glass so that way she feels more, she doesn't feel ghetto as her reasoning. Dude,
Enemy
you know what?
captured your
Look,
flag. Defeat.
VR. No, for real. I honestly would love to put her on the VR headset. Be an awful idea. Could totally do it, but, that woman would break a hip. I don't know what to think, honestly. She's not... Something would break. That's all I know. If it's not her hip, it's my equipment. Okay, let me say it again. That's my son's, actually. That's not mine. As much as I would like to pretend that's mine, it's essentially my son wanted it for 2 years in a row for a birthday. So after the second year, we caved. Because the first year, we were like, no, there's no way. That's $1,000. After the second year of like being very patient and everything else, we were like, you know what? Okay, fine. But at the same time, though, like, there's child tax credits that basically pay for it in itself, so it's kind of hard for me to really feel bad are weird about it when it's like it pays for itself. Because I don't need the extra money to take care of them. I know. Honestly, yeah, that's the funny thing. My son will let me borrow it, but I still feel like obligated to kind of like mention it to him because he likes to be in the loop of things. So if it's on, I have to mention it. You know, it's funny because like the very first time I tried VR, I thought I was gonna throw up. It was the first time I actually felt like motion sickness and I understood what people were talking about. But I felt the same way when I watched Dark Knight on Blu-ray or like HD the very first time it like came out. You know what I mean? And it was like nauseating seeing things in that detail. So this one was just equally nauseating. But thankfully, I don't know, I got out of that whole feeling after a few rounds. And if anything, I've gotten a lot better at my Beat Saber game. I would like to do Beat Saber, but I mean, honestly, like, come on. You guys don't want to watch me shake my butt. If I can get my wife to play Beat Saber, that would be awesome. Like, get me all the views, all the subs. But, she won't do it. She might do it. I think she's hearing me right now. Yeah, and it's funny too because I love roller coasters. I love heights. I've even been on a hot air balloon, like, and way the fuck up in the air. That's actually how I proposed to my wife, was on a hot air balloon. So, like, I don't mind being, like, on heights, things that scare me, but that was unnerving because it's like, if you move with your thumbs, it feels like you're actually moving even though you're not moving, so you're just not sure where your position in, like, real space is. Eventually, you just feel like you're lost. Is that really the new meta, bro? Because, you know what? That's genius. They need work, I need money. We'll split it 50-50. I'm sure, you know what? Like, with all the algorithms cracking down on, like, these OnlyFans, you know what I mean, accounts, I'm pretty sure there is actually some methodology behind that meta. At this point, if it builds up, like, any more viewers, I'm about to put a hot tub in my stream somewhere. I'm just gonna be playing video games, sitting in a little fake hot tub that's, like, up to my chest. I'll put on one of my wife's, like, yellow wigs, blonde wigs, couple balloons, and bam, I hit the new meta. Thank you, Stun'em. See, that's a real one right there. You don't just support with subs. You bring in the content. Wink, wink. Aww.
The lead.
You know what? Oh, good news, Marvel. So, I found my rabbit again. I knew he didn't go, or she didn't go far. But, I was worried, because you know how cats are. Cats could easily take down a rabbit. And there's more, like, threatening cats in the area than there are threatening dogs. But out of nowhere, while I was cleaning out the yard, I like heard like scuffling in the shed, and sure enough, she popped out and was like, "You got food for me?" And then like looked at me, realized I had no food, and scurried back in. But after going back in the house to retrieve food, I was able to safely get her right back in the house. Actually, supposedly, one of my friends was gonna buy me like the fake boobs that you get for the Halloween costumes, and he said it was in his Amazon list. I think he was just BSing
Our
me.
items on the way.
But I mean, if those appear at some point, and he's like, "Hey, put these on," I'm going to. There was a point where I got him we got him a T-shirt that says 20 is 20, or no, it says I'm not gay, but 20 is 20, and we're like, "You gotta wear it." And sure enough, yeah, he was strutting it to Walmart and everything. He did not care. So, yeah, if you buy me the novelty, I will wear the novelty. I'm not above a gag. So, there is a possibility I can bring in Rabbit Cam, but Rabbit Cam is going to be its own channel. Oh my god. You didn't see that stun, man. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Yeah, I tripped on that ledge, and I just kind of fell over like that, and that was all. I don't even know. I probably streamed at this point a solid 100 hours. But I am still extremely uncomfortable streaming even a single hour knowing my wife is in the house.
Enemy is below us.
I don't know what that was about, but you know, guess when you gotta go AFK, you gotta go AFK.
Above us.
You know, I'm disappointed with 343 at this point, considering how, like, at first I was happy that the battle pass was gonna last till May, because I'm like, oh good, I suck, so this will actually give me a chance to, like, finish out the battle pass. But now I'm like, we need new things. Like, I'm already bored.
Enemies on me.
Oh my.
Power items inbound. Power items on the field.
Really hope, though, I'm wrong about the whole Paramount thing. And Halo starts getting a little more, like, love. 343 starts, like, I don't know. I think 343 just needs to leak some stuff. Be like, this is what we're working on. Calm down. And then everyone will feel better.
Picked up the grapple shot.
Really? I didn't know about that. If honestly they've been treating employees like shit, that sucks. I'm not gonna lie when I say I don't pay too much of the details behind the business, but honestly I should spend more time looking into them. It's like each of these games in itself is a it's almost like an IPO, you know what I mean, on the stock market. And it's like tons of money gets invested into it, but half the time like the games end up being just never delivering on what they pretend they're gonna deliver on. Star Citizen was one of those ones that really bugged me. I mean, so much like money went into that one, and in the end, they just made it a pay-to-like-play game anyway. So it's like, what was the point of all that money? It was like, why do you need even more money for it to be a pay-to-play? Every time I see these little grenades rolling around, I don't know, it just makes me laugh. No, I won't argue, but at the same time, it blew my mind that they already postponed it as long as they did. So, like, it was supposed to release, what, like, summer of, I think, yeah, it was like summer of the year before or so it was supposed to release, and then they postponed it. I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's like, do what you gotta do to keep it going, but I now realize, like, with the way the business is, timing is essential, and if they didn't time this out well, I mean... What I think they did, and in my opinion, after, like, kind of looking into it, is almost feels like because they made the multiplayer, like, free-to-play, but the campaign isn't, it's like they're trying to steal what they did for, like, Blizzard and for, like, the Call of Duty servers and stuff. And it worked for Call of Duty for a whole other reason. It's not going to work for Halo for the same reason. So it was almost like they were expecting the same kind of hype, even though everyone expects something different from 343. And then once they kind of realized, like, okay, like, 343 isn't really what we thought. No one wants to play the campaign. They just want to play the multiplayer. Multiplayer isn't making the business any real money. And, despite the fact that they, did the battle pass the way they did, they could have added more battle passes and increased the pay. I don't know. There's so much about it that I'm just kind of wondering their business practices. Oh.
Power items inbound.
Oh, sorry, I got. Oh wait, that's my enemy. Never mind. Be good.
Nearing victory.
I saw a name behind it, but it was a different dimension.
Gain the lead.
Another one down.
Dude, yeah, and that was the thing too with me, is that Halo Reach was the last one that I like genuinely loved. I remember distinctly me and my roommate would just play it constantly, and like to the point where like between us two, that's all we needed to be able to like win matches. And then now, I don't know.
Active camo is
I still like Halo, but I don't feel like this is the same Halo by any means. I miss those days, bro.
Grab the equipment.
Tango's closing in.
I also miss like the Tony Hawk ska music era when like
Down there.
you just hear that music and immediately you're just like wanting to jam out on some Tony Hawk. Do it 900 even though it's impossible. And then all of a sudden the next game the 900 is possible, but everything after that like the 1080 is impossible.
Gain the lead.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
I was actually I'm probably gonna end up started doing it like Fridays where I do a little bit of throwbacks and do like Final Fantasy on Fridays. 'Cause I like Halo, but I'm trying to like keep Halo on a minimum. That's why I'm like doing Halo happy hours, like the premise behind it. I'm already on what, 2 hours in? Did they really remaster it? That's awesome if they did. Dude, and yeah, the music was really good. I liked like all of it basically. Like there's no part of that game that wasn't good. And it's crazy too, like once Tony Hawk like revealed how much money he ended up making on that game, it was like, dang. And no one was surprised because of how many copies it sold. Dude, nice. I really like Final Fantasy 14. The one thing that I gotta admit though, it was hard for me with Final Fantasy 14 is getting back into it if you drop the storyline for even like a month or two. Then all of a sudden, when you try to get back into the rhythm of it, it's really hard to like do it. I almost feel like you have to start a new character and then start the storyline again. But the storyline is amazing. The freaking like color and the lore, like graphics wise. I'm colorblind, so sometimes it's like weird to me looking at some things, but I love the cinematics on those, all the Final Fantasies. Guild Wars was my favorite. Guild Wars 2 is my favorite MMO, but my very first MMO that I can remember was called Last Chaos, and it was like a, it was old. It was really, really old game, honestly. I think they still have it around, but I don't think anyone plays it. Alright guys, I need one more beer and a bathroom break. I'm just gonna leave you be. Normally I would keep you guys, I'd keep you guys entertained with something, but I'm just gonna throw this on and we'll rush. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Bathroom break.
Alright, bro. I appreciate it. Have a good one, bro. Thank you. I definitely will enjoy the heinies as well. And dang, dude. Thank you, Mr. It's Stunham.
Move fast and kill fast.
Follow, bro. Greatly appreciate it. And for those who don't know as well, I actually just hit affiliate, so honestly, thank you so much for everybody who's been helping support. I wasn't expecting to hit affiliate, and then as things just keep progressing, it's I don't know, things are just moving. Thank you guys.
Almost out of ammo, Spartan.
I don't know what these guys are doing, guys. Dude, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. I also have 2 accounts because I've noticed that it's kind of hard to stay incognito sometimes, so understandable. Have a good one, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. I don't care what anyone says. You got 2,000 followers and easily maintain about 50 views. Dude, is that necessary? You gotta be teabagging? I'm not even paying attention. Use famous, bro. Not like infamy famous, like super famous, but you're known.
Lost the lead.
Drop ball acquired. Power rockets incoming.
Gained the
I'm glad to
lead.
see more people are becoming like PC players, to be honest, though. It genuinely pleases me. Genuinely pleases me. Be more PC players, because for years I had no one to play games with. I had like everything on PC.
Spike grenades acquired.
I hated playing console. I guess I didn't hate playing console, it's just it felt generic. I felt like all the good games, especially like the games that start out. Interesting. Always end up starting out on PC.
The lead.
So like Stardew Valley was a good one. I was telling every one of my friends about Stardew Valley way before it ended up on console, saying like, just get it. It's an easy game. It's cheap. It's like, dude, this guy like made it by himself. This is amazing. And it wasn't until I made it on console that everyone was like, this is amazing, and then telling me to play it, which pissed me off.
Skewer inbound.
And Nier Automata was another one like that one. No one played it like at the time.
Skewer available.
I was playing it on PC and it was amazing to me. Like, I liked the desolateness of it. It was almost,
Taking fire.
Lost the lead.
it was different. That's all I know. Dude, that was nice. Oh shit. Okay, let's get the teabag. Because he teabagged me, right? This is B-Boss guy. There we go. I don't like doing teabags. I genuinely don't. But nothing aggravates me more than getting teabagged when I didn't even deserve it. Then yeah, maybe I did. I just wasn't paying attention. Get on the Celeste train, bro? Dude, you know what? You're right.
Power rockets have arrived.
Enemies hurt.
At the very least, for you, Marvel. And I don't know if you noticed this either, Marvel. Did you notice that you have a diamond on your name? You were the and only VIP that I have in my entire community. Bro, Marvel, that is amazing that you just said it still bangs. Bro, I honor your ability to maintain the lingo.
Yeah, it's. I know it's not like a big deal, but honestly, what it does is essentially means that between my mods and my bots, they do not affect you. You can do anything you want on my channel. You're basically a moderator like level without actually having to do moderating. So you will never be banned. You'll never be timed out. And with that being said, also, if there was any reason I'd do Celeste, honestly, like I know I have it on Nintendo Switch. So if there's anything I would do, I would actually play Nintendo Switch just for you.
Down there.
So, with that being said, Monday. Yeah, Monday. So it would either be whatever Wednesday or Monday, but realistically, Monday would make the most sense. Monday, I will have the Switch attached. I will have it figured out.
Power items incoming.
If you want to get power hungry, by all
Spike
means.
obtained.
I'm not too sure what it really allows you to do. I don't think you even get emotes either. May have to figure out a way to get you some of those emotes. But then again, I think you can buy them with channel points if you wanted to. Some of them are, I try to go with memes on my emotes. I was kind of hoping that it'd be a little more entertaining for everyone.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Dude, I'm,
5 minutes remaining.
I tried, guys. I tried. I think some of them, at least mine, kind of, some of them are straightforward. So I think one of them was like Petty instead of Pepsi. It has like the Pepsi Cola symbol, but you're just Petty. So I mean that one's pretty straightforward. There's like the Karen and the cat one, and it's almost like being on the defensive. It's like you're the cat in the sense, and the woman's the Karen. So it's almost like you can use it in a sense of like yelling at you kind of thing. I think there was another one too, the Full Metal Jacket one, and that one's pretty straightforward. That's just drill sergeant style. So I tried to make mine a little more. I actually had you in mind.
On the field.
I wanted to make it so that, because I don't use emotes very much either, and very rarely do I'll use them in other people's channels, but I don't use them in mine. And so with that being said, I was trying to think like, all right, what are some good like introductory ones that I would personally use in someone's channel if I could, if given the opportunity. So I pretty much went through these ones and I picked these. May not be the best, but I did try.
Shields on the field.
Skewer inbound. Skewer available.
Enemies hurt.
Double kill.
Sorry guys, I had a zone out moment, honestly. No, it was the dead air moment, so my apologies. I was thinking in my head, I was like, this game, Feels like it's dragging on forever.
Overshield inbound. Overshield available.
Double kill.
Dude.
Cluster luck.
Alright.
Killing spree.
Where am I on this one? Can I clip that? Here, give me 1 second. Let me clip that. Bam! I think I finally did it. Yeah, I got a clip copied. Probably one of the few things I did on this game so far that I'm like, dang. I feel bad because that guy ran to his teammate like you normally would do, but he killed his teammate with it. So I'm like, ooh.
Picked up the breakfast.
One minute remaining.
Enemy's hurt.
Oh, okay. No, so like
Seconds
what it
remaining.
was that I did that I like impressed me was I stuck one guy and he ran back to his teammate and killed them both, basically because the grenade was attached to him, and it gave me what's called cluster luck on top of like a multi-kill. And while that's not a huge feat for most people, it was a feat for me. And one of the things I learned that I could do was clip things that I've never done it. My mods can do it and stuff, but I've never actually tried doing it for myself. So this is the first time I've ever actually felt like, you know what, I'm gonna clip that one. There's something I've done that I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool. That was it. It was just a very well-placed grenade, was basically all it was. Nah, don't worry about it. Honestly, you just hanging out in chat is really what I appreciate immensely.
Lost the lead.
Most people too, I feel like, put me on voice and don't really watch the gameplay, which is understandable. Because I mean, definitely far from a game god. Oh, what am I doing?
Gained the lead.
How am I ahead? It bothers me when I'm in the front. Really hate it. Do not like being in the lead of kills.
Lost the lead. Cluster luck.
There,
Double
see?
kill.
That one.
Nearing victory.
This the cluster luck, which just means like it's almost the same as cluster fuck. It just means like one person for one explosion kills everything kind of thing. But
1 minute remaining.
Power items available. Friendly reminder, rocket jumping is physically impossible.
what?
Taking fire.
Ammo reserves depleting.
30 seconds remaining.
Dude, this game is going on forever. It's gonna end by timeout. Dude, how you doing, bro?
Enemy is below.
10 seconds.
I feel bad everybody's having a bad day, Mr. Poseidon. I hope you're not having a bad day, bro.
Victory.
How you been doing, bro? How's your, I saw your group message, more or less. So, I'm just gonna ask, did you really sleep in the doghouse last night, bro? Dude, I don't know. It seems like, Steven's having a bad day, and I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say I'm having a bad day, but I had a weird day today. So, like, I went to the dump today, and they weren't open when I went at 8:30. So I ended up starting my stream extremely late compared to what I normally do. Because normally I end at 2, bro. Like, I don't start it at, like, noon. So today I started at noon. I'm probably going to end it at 4. And, yeah, we're just chilling today, bro. Chilling with beers. I was focusing on Halo Happy Hour, the premise on that one, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna follow through on that one. Cause every time I do Halo Happy Hour, I end up playing for 2 to 3 hours straight, bro. Oh, were you? Wasn't too sure, bro. Cause it's one of those ones where like you seem like kind of like you're in your like I'm sick of this shit mood, kind of. So it wouldn't have surprised me if you went home and kind of just had to put up the dukes, you know what I mean? Like, don't beat me back. Because I have nights like that too, you know what I mean? We all do. Dude, Mr. Marvel, thank you so much for lurking, and thanks for coming by, honestly. And honestly, thanks for all the responses on the videos, bro. You don't realize how immensely it helps the algorithm just getting, like, the likes and the little comments and the messages. So thank you so much for that. By all means, do your thing. Today's Friday, so I mean, if you gotta handle business, handle your business. I'll just harass Mr. Poseidon DHS here. Remind him that he was supposed to coach me. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do some ranked. Where am I at? I'm on gold 5, I think, still. I haven't been able to get past gold 5, bro. This has been a challenge. As a reminder, Mr. Poseidon, not that I would say go watch it for your own benefit, but there is a bunch of YouTube content I'm gonna start creating here pretty soon. But the whole premise or the audience I'm focusing on is other small streamers. So I'm trying to like learn anything and everything that I need to learn in order to actually grow as a small streamer, post it, and then let everyone just kind of mirror it. Oh, thank you so much for that. Yeah, and then also I stream on YouTube for those who don't know. I rarely even look at YouTube, so I don't blame you guys if you guys ignore it. I know I'm live on it, but I never look at it. I know like sometimes I get like to 20 like viewers at a time. They just pop in out of nowhere. But I'm still trying to figure out how to talk to that chat. So apparently there's an easier method.
Earn the most kills, and we win.
Apparently there's an easier method where it's called like restream.io or something like that. So you stream to one service like that, and that one will automatically divide everything for you and then put all your chats into one chat, so you can respond to everybody, and then you can even just like acknowledge it. So if you're on Facebook Live or Twitch Live or YouTube Live, you're like, oh yeah, this person from this, like this is to answer your question, this is this. And people seem to do it really well by just like basically just saying the questions aloud. And then like when you realize like, oh, there's a bunch of other people watching too, it seems like the viewers kind of get into it. Dude, you see that? You see that shit? Get out of here, boy. Get out of here. He's trying to sneak in with those fucking sneaks, but nope. Sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. It was in a...
Lost the
I'm
lead.
sorry. I didn't mean to hit you with it. He's mad. I don't blame him. I'd be mad too, bro.
Gained the lead.
What you got going on today, Mr. Poseidon? You gonna be doing some gaming today, bro? Got some tourneys this weekend? That's right, I'm learning the lingo, bro. I said tourney. Moving on up in the world. Oh shit. You didn't see that, guys. Nothing to see here. I did not mean to do that.
Active camo inbound.
Well, I am an old man, but you know what? That's alright. That's alright. Oh, nice. Well, if you end up playing some Halo or anything tonight, let me know, bro. I'll coattail you for all the wins, bro. Play mouse and keyboard and carry me still. I was actually talking to that about so I had a guy in here, his name is Stunham. And he's definitely, he has like 2,000 followers, 50 like viewers at any given time. The dude's like hanging out in my chat. I'm not sure why. I appreciate it, but I'm a little thrown off by the whole thing. Anyway, I was talking to him about you on that whole premise. About like the tourneys you do and like the way the game's going and stuff. And so there's some things I'm thrown off by that I kind of want to ask you about, bro. So the guy Stunham was telling me that 343's been treating their employees like shit, and a lot of people are actually against the way they're treating their employees too. So they're almost kind of like, I don't know. It's almost like they're intentionally letting the game die. Dude, do it up, bro, and then by all means, like, send some pics, bro. But if you do, send them in Discord so that I can show them off to everybody else. I'm gonna use your Halo figurines for my content. For those who don't know.
Power items inbound.
The wife bought me this guy. I know most of you probably don't know what this is, but it's Demon Slayer. And the funny thing is like, because it's one of the big ones, and it's like 2 characters and it's a scene or a moment in the game, I don't know if I should take it out of the box or not.
Targets are over there.
But, I really like it. I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of it. So I'm really contemplating taking it out of the box. But, is that a bad idea? Like, I know some of y'all must know. Does this sound about right? That sucks. Because, like, part of me, I was making a joke. I was basically saying that the employees need to start leaking some of the content they're making, and at least then everyone will be like, okay, yeah, 343 is on it. It's on its way. It's just they've been, like, you know, keeping it hush. But apparently, like, they've just been treating the employees like shit, and then I'm like, well, damn, like, now I don't even want to, like... I guess it's one of those ones where I don't want to expect the game because... or the game to get any better. It's really, like, disappointing. I was kind of hoping that the Paramount thing, too, would help build up some of them... not the player base, but you know what I mean? At least, like, help promote it somewhat so you get a little bit more people playing, or at least, like... you're like, oh yeah, Halo, that'd be really good, and it's free now, so let's jump on it, but... it sounded like that's not even gonna happen.
Enemy team nearing victory.
But... dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think beer is probably a bad idea at this point. It is not improving my gameplay. See, and that's what I was hearing too, is well, not so much that some of the stuff was bugging, but it didn't follow the game.
Active camo inbound.
So, like, for people who are really into the game, it doesn't work. And if anything, it sounded like what they did with the Mandalorian thing, where they basically just made it... they took Star Wars, but, like, redirected it to where it was more for younger audience than the older audience that was, like, grew up on it. Dude, how in the hell, bro? Baba? Thank you so much. How? Bro, thank you guys so much, honestly. Today is a weird day. I was not expecting all the love and attention that I've been getting. I thought it was like one of those days I'd be lucky to even get a viewer. Thank you guys. Sup, Baba? How you doing, bro? I know you're home. I know your vacation hasn't gone well, so I can only imagine. This must be like, what, 4 in the morning for you, bro? He's crazy, bro. You really are. Thank you so much for the raid. And for all of you attendees of his raid, thank you guys too, honestly. I'm not a very entertaining streamer. I'm really not. Me and Baba go back a few weeks. Baba has been introducing to me more and more music. And Baba's a real one, so honestly, if you're all Baba friends, you're friends with me. How you guys doing, honestly? Baba, how are you? I hope, I know your vacation's done. It wasn't, like, satisfying, but I hope everything as of lately has been going good for you, bro. What is this guy doing, bro? I genuinely thought that was my homie. See what you do? See? Y'all got me so distracted with the love. For those who don't know, I just reached affiliate. So any kind of follow or any kind of love really goes a long way. So thank you guys so much, honestly. Dude, I bet you're sleepy. You're crazy, bro. I cannot stream your kind of hours. Y'all youngsters, bro. That's what it is. Once you get old like me and you hit your 30s, you have to be Mimi's at like Mimi time. And Mimi time for me is like 10 p.m., bro. But then again, even Mr. Poseidon was calling me old. It's true, I'm old, honestly. I do old people things. Like today I went to the dump. That's something old people do, right? And honestly, I was excited to go to the dump. That's something old people get excited for. I shouldn't be happy about that, but you know, whatever. Dude, Baba, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you coming in. It's nice to talk to you, bro. It's rare, like, because of your side of the country and stuff, or the world, I mean. Like, it's hard for us to sync up our times. And honestly, like, if it wasn't for me going to the dump today, I wouldn't have been able to, like, do my stream late. And I wouldn't even have you. Yo! You from the raid, bro? Thank you, Mr. Gaming Con. Thank you, bro. You are more than welcome in my channel anytime. And for those who don't know, I'm very, Dude, thank you for the follow, bro, Mr. Gaming Con. For those who don't know, I'm very avid in my community. So honestly, I'm always trying to do things for you guys more than you guys do for me. So, any love you show me, believe me, I recognize it, I remember it, I write y'all names down, I remember things about you. So if you guys ever want to hang out and feel loved, appreciated, I'm that warm hug. I'm the warm hug you guys been looking for. Honestly, I'm a sweaty hug right now because it's hot. It's getting warm where I live. I'm a smelly hug, but you don't have to smell me from this distance, so that's a good thing. Baba, bro, if you are rating me because you're ending your stream, go to bed. Go to bed. I know all your viewers would agree with me on this. Go to bed. If your viewers are hanging out and they want something to watch, I got them. I will love and appreciate them
Get to it.
as much as you would, Mr. Baba. But you need to go to bed. I know you, bro. And then you probably got a match coming up. I know your sensei's got a match coming up, bro. You get them beauty sleeps. You get them Z's.
Your team scoring.
Woo! We captured the zone.
Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Honestly, I'm far from a gaming god. If anything, I just like to chat. I just like to chat, bro. That's what it started this. For those who don't know, I started this streaming thing just so I can talk to my friends while they're at work. The only reason I started doing this. And then since then, it has become its own thing. I never expected it. Never even wanted to make a dime from it. So honestly, the fact that I've reached affiliate is amazing to me. Ooh, he sends goodnight kisses? I feel the love. I know we're like thousands upon thousands of miles away, but you know what? I feel the love. I just hope y'all can deal with the amount of awfulness. Dude, yeah, go to sleep, bro. I know you. That's why I already brought it up. I knew you already. You were up late. You've been doing your shenanigans. Get to sleep so you can go beat somebody up, bro. Have a good night. For those who don't know, I know Bob is like a fighter. I live in the state
Alpha is ours.
where
Your team
fighters are
scored.
bred. It's not even a joke. So like, for those who like know Jackson's MMA or like a lot of like the fighters from New Mexico, like
Inbound.
what's her name again? She's a really famous female fighter. And it's funny because I've even met her and I still can't even remember her name right now.
Active camo available.
Anyway, tons of famous fighters come out of this state, and it really just stems from the fact that we like generally grew up having to fight. It is not optional where I'm from,
Scoring.
and it was weird. Like all of a sudden, when people you knew that were just like, if anything, bullies, ended up just making thousands of dollars for beating people up in the ring.
What now?
So,
Stronghold
me and
Bravo.
Baba actually like made our friendship based on these conversations of all these people we knew. Dude, a posture check, you got me, bro. All right, all right. Dude, honestly, I need these posture checks, bro. Like me and the wife have been talking about it. Like me as a mouse and keyboard gamer, it's been affecting my body. My physiology has actually been affected. If you can see this, this is a callus on my wrist
Enemy has captured
from
Bravo.
moving my mouse and dragging it along the mouse keyboard, like, all the time. Dude, I think we all have back problems. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know how old you are, Mr. Gaming Con, but, bro, like, my average viewer's age is pretty much, the demographic is mostly, like, older. I got a few guys in their 20s, but mostly it's 30 plus. We all need an M posture check. If anything, I need to redeem my own points and get some posture checks. Dude, thank you. Dude, Mr. Alright, bro. I hate pronouncing somebody's name wrong. So, is it Brizzy? Brizzy24? Breezy? I want to say Breezy24. Mr. Breezy24, thank you so much, bro. Dude. Yeah, I think we all got back problems. That's one of those ones from gaming too where you just start like doing this. And then after
Alpha lost.
hours of that,
Scoring.
your body is just like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna learn to live with it.
Energy sword available.
Alright. Breezy, okay. I just want to make sure, because I know there's nothing more insulting than calling somebody by the wrong name. And even though it's easily, an easy mistake to make, I don't like doing it, bro.
Stronghold Bravo lost.
I remember most of my community, so I will remember your name from this point on.
Stronghold Alpha is ours.
So, what ended up starting this whole thing was I started doing Halo Happy Hour at random. I'm well past that hour. Honestly, like, I'm way, way past that hour. I think I'm like 2 hours in. These are definitely not the hours I normally stream at.
Enemy
But-
way to victory.
If you guys got any suggestions on a different game, you know what? I will more than likely oblige.
Stronghold Bravo lost.
Mr. Breezy, do you stream? Because if you stream, you say the word, I got you. I'm all about supporting other small streamers. For those who don't know, I even try to make YouTube content for other small streamers. Because for some reason, everyone seems to be like, into my channel. And I generally don't understand, like, it's nothing I did. I'm not anything special, honestly. I think the one thing I do that's
Stronghold
other
Bravo
people don't
is
do
ours.
is I talk to
The enemy's
myself
captured Charlie.
all the freaking time. And like to the point where I'm not on camera, you know what I mean? It's weird, like when you talk to yourself and you're not on camera. So now that I'm on camera, it just works. Dude, alright, Mr. Breezy, I am going to follow you as soon as I get an opportunity to relinquish my mouse from this beatdown that is Halo Infinite.
Enemies on me.
Dude, thank you guys so much for hanging out, honestly.
Enemies hurt.
I still kind of get weirded out, honestly. I still get attention.
Stronghold Charlie is ours.
I genuinely don't feel like I deserve it. Half the time I'm streaming, I'm like kind of wondering if one of my friends are gonna pop in. gonna talk their smack. Do everything? That's good to know. I've come to realize that while I can play games and talk pretty well,
Stronghold Charlie lost.
my forte, despite my name being Forte
Capture
Foray,
Bravo.
isn't
Your
just
team
chatting,
Scoring.
but I rarely do just chatting as of lately. The only reason I haven't been doing just chatting lately is because I haven't been gaming, honestly, like, on my own time. Normally I do some gaming,
Lost.
Enemy team scoring.
but I've been so busy, like, trying to make videos and edit videos that I stopped gaming as much.
Your
Okay.
team
So with
scoring.
that, Mr. Gaming Con and Mr. Breezy, I will follow you both, bro. I will give you guys those follows. So if I happen to catch you guys, or even better yet, if you guys are like streaming when I stream and it gives me the opportunity to raid you guys, I will gladly do the raid because that is one thing I'm trying to get better at, is raiding other small streamers. And I'm really bad about that. Like
The enemy has captured
sometimes I only have like 3 viewers, you know what I mean, at like max, and I feel like it's insulting to other people to like raid with 3 viewers, you know what I mean? That's petty. It's petty noise. See Mr. Baba raiding me with his 7? That's amazing. Did he raid me with 7? No, dude, he got me a 6, but still, that's, you know what? That's amazing.
items incoming.
Those are like generally better numbers than I had. And so like when I see that, just utter happiness. But the last thing I want to do is like coattail someone.
Power items available.
Enemy team nearing
If
victory.
they have more viewers than me, I feel weird raiding. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. To be honest, I'm doing the pee-pee dance right now. Normally I don't drink. That's one of the things. I very, 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 very rarely drink. But today, it's like warm weather. I had done a bunch of stuff in the yard today. I had to go to the dump.
Defeat.
I'm glad to hear that, bro. It's definitely a chill stream. I keep things very mild-mannered. I'm trying to get more into that point, too, of not cursing as much. And honestly, you guys want to stay on that one and give me crap, by all means, because I want to get to the point where I can actually, like, promote what I'm doing to more people. And the one person that really wants to, like, get involved but can't is kind of my son, and I feel bad. Master Duel. You know what? I'm gonna look into that one. It's a free game. Can't argue with that. Let me just go use the restroom real quick. I mean, if you guys have something to do, it's late in your guys' time, by all means, you guys don't have to stick around. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm gonna use the restroom though. I curse a lot too, bro. That's like my... It's bad. Stop. I'm gonna go use the restroom though, because I'm doing pee-pee dance. Sorry guys, I'm back. Ooh, thank you guys for hanging out. But like I said, you guys are not obligated to hang out. So by all means, if you guys got stuff to do, do your thing. Or if you guys even wanted to put me on in the background, also appreciate it. So I've been trying to get past Gold 5. It's not happening, guys. I'm like, dude, do your thing. By all means, thank you so much. Ooh, nice. See, that's the thing. Some of y'all are gonna need to like educate me on some of these Pokemon because part of me adding this, hey, Mr. Poseidon,
So part of me adding the MooBot thing and the Pokemon thing was to like teach myself Pokemon. So honestly, I'm constantly trying to double check. Interesting. Interesting. Y'all know each other? A small world, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, it probably is one of those ones where y'all do know each other. I'm a little surprised though. Alright, real quick, because I did promise Mr. Breezy and Mr. Gaming Con that I would throw him a follow real quick. Let me do that real quick, because honestly, I'm trying to get more people. Mod? Wait, timeout? No. One second, I gotta bring up the accounts different. As expected. Dude. This is one of those small world places, isn't it? Where everyone knows each other and I'm the odd one out. Dude, it's kind of weird, honestly. But kudos to the small world, honestly. Alright, Breezy. And Mr. Gaming Con. Dude, are you doing culinary school, bro? Kudos. For those who don't know, me and Mr. Poseidon actually worked together over at the college. So while Mr. Poseidon is still there, I actually left December. So the whole quit my job, that's, yeah. I usually use that as a clickbait so that if anyone comes in and be like, bro, why'd you quit your job? Did you quit it to Twitch? Because you suck at Twitch. It's usually almost what everyone kind of comes in and does. And then I just get into my whole like story spiel about like the job and stuff. And usually the homies are in with it, so. Oh, okay, never mind. My bad, my bad. I didn't know, because honestly, it is a small world. There's a very high chance these days that y'all do know each other. I'm noticing too that there's only so many like streamers that are like active. Like there's tons of people that will stream at least once in a while, but I mean it's like once in a while, like very, very few and far between. So it would not surprise me if you guys did know each other somehow. So Mr. Poseidon, when are you gonna go start looking for those figures, bro? The figurines? Are you gonna do for the like the pops and stuff like these ones? Or are you gonna start looking for something different? Kudos. What kind of game are you making? How far are you in it on your game as well? Oh, nice. So, if you were looking this morning for the figurines, did you find anything? Did you find anything good? I assume you must have found something decent. Dude, I know, a bunch of you collect pops, bro. Like, so I mean, if you guys are hanging out in the chat lurking, let me know, what is it you guys collect? Because I personally, I collect Halo, not Halo, I collect anime. Mr. Poseidon here collects Halo. You know what? You're welcome to send a link. I don't think I have a ban on links. And if it does, for whatever reason, time you out, I will pull you out of timeout, bro. I promise. Collect games? That's cool. Dude, and that's what I was trying to warn you about. Like, whenever I was saying GameStop, you have to put money down on it. Dude, I love retro games too. All right, what's your favorite retro game? Has to be from before 2000. I was actually starting this concept of doing Final Fantasy Fridays, where I do like the old school Final Fantasies and play some of the ones I've never played before. So like, I played Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. I've never beat
8. But I beat 7 and 9. So with that being said, I wanted to play all of them. I wanted to try to start from like number 1 to number 2, and then actually do some reviews on it. Cause I mean, I feel like I'm slacking on not having played the old ones. Contra Super Nintendo, bro. I love me some Super Nintendo. Like, even though I don't know, even Duck Hunt was a fun game, and that game was so generic, you know what I mean? But it was still a good game. I don't even care. I'll play me some old Nintendo any day. Don't lie. I know you guys are thinking, oh, you guys have at least 3 different games or consoles
Thrusters
you're
obtained.
thinking about right now. Just throw it in the chat, guys. I know you want to. Get in on this.
Tango's closing in.
Just to let you guys know, too, I'm awful at Halo. So if you watched for someone who's good, sorry, you're not going to get that from me. But if you want to come and talk, I am the chattiest
Shield inbound.
of the chatty Halo players.
Hostiles in sight. Enemies on me.
I am playing ranked though, so I should be
Overshield
doing a
available.
little bit more work than I am. You know what? We ain't gonna worry about that today. Today's Friday. If there's anything I appreciate, it's a good old fucking Friday. Dude, I miss Pokemon Yellow. So, I have this weird thing with Pokemon Yellow per se, because, like, I remember owning the original Pokemon Yellow Game Boy when Pokemon Yellow came out. So, like, you know what I mean? When they do the console and the game together. So, I had a yellow Pokemon Game Boy Advance. I fucking loved it. And it got stolen. And, like, I kind of come from, like, a poor family. So, honestly, once they found out it was stolen, that was it. Never saw one of those ever again. So like I have this weird thing with like Pokemon where like I play it out of my own like sadness in a weird way, like to be honest. I play it out of like a vengeance. Be like, spite the person that stole it. I know, right? It was my own fault though. I gotta admit, like I was basically visiting family and I brought it with me because you know when you go to like out of state and stuff, it's always common to bring like a console or a handheld game thing, you know what I mean? Especially back then. So I brought it with me. It was in the car. Got down to go to the gas station. Came back to the car, like to grab it, and it was gone. And I guess somebody must have just opened up the door and snagged it at a gas station. And there's nothing I can do. So yeah, R.I.P. My family was like made it very clear that I would never get another one. So besides all that, though, honestly, like I have it's like one of those things that's close to my heart. Pokemon Yellow per se. But I also really want to play Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because I heard those ones were like some of the best, and they were like remakes, I guess, of put into Nintendo DS. And since they did so well originally, they just added a few of the bugs and like bug fixes and issues that the original one had, and I guess it came out so much better. But I like the concept of being able to actually breed Pokemon. That seemed really fun. But
Halfway to victory.
thank you guys so much for lurking and hanging out. Honestly, I do not mind any lurkers, so if you guys want to just chill, sit back and watch and vibe, by all means, do your thing. For those who don't know, if you're a small streamer and you're looking for things to help small streamers, I'm actually making tons of YouTube content. So if you follow my YouTube, you actually do me a bigger favor than actually subscribing to my Twitch. Because I'd rather be a content creator that actually earns his pay versus a streamer that just plays games, to be honest. So if you guys ever looking for content on how to grow as a streamer, check me out. And now that I'm done with my self promos, back to the game. No worries, honestly. I have a few like friends too that do artist work and stuff, and they do it for games. So if you're ever looking for someone to do like game art, I can actually hook you up with someone that does it. He always signs like the non-disclosure agreements and stuff like that. So I wish I knew more about the game stuff he does. He's not allowed to reveal it. All I know is he's probably on it been at least 6 non-disclosure agreements for different games that are either on their way out the door or in the midst of like being created. Ooh, what's up, Mr. T-Cal? How you doing, bro? Dude, thank you so much for subbing to my YouTube. Honestly, like, I gotta admit, like, I'd rather have a sub to my YouTube than a sub to my Twitch. Genuinely, like... I'm not trying to dismiss any love I get on Twitch, but... I mean, playing games for a living, that sounds cool and all, but it's not really up my alley. I'd rather make videos and help other people if I can.
Gain the lead.
And speaking of helping other people... Dude, thank you so much, Mr. Breezy. Just to let you guys know, I do believe... Let me make sure. I believe I followed you guys. Oh, no, look, here we go. I have your channels up, but I didn't hit the follow button. So you know what? There we go. We're gonna spread the love. Oh, yeah, everybody's getting love today.
5 minutes remaining.
I missed the T-Cal, too. I need to talk to you, bro. I know you want me to do the organization thing. And for those who don't know, Mr. T-Cal has a gaming organization. That he is the owner... chapter presidents,
Reloading.
and like actually does legit stuff like sponsorships, jerseys, and everything. So, with that being said, I need to talk to him more. So if you're listening, Mr. T-Cal, we need to talk.
Targets are over there.
Dude, no, I appreciate you guys. So if anything, thank you guys for hanging out. Mr. T-Cal and Mr. Poseidon, they're friends of mine from work. From back when I was working and stuff. So honestly, like, my channel has mostly been comprised of friends. So it's always nice to have friends of other friends. So Baba, I would consider a friend of mine.
Shield available.
It's nice having you guys in, honestly. And then for the rest of you guys, thank you so much for hanging out, honestly. I know I'm not the most entertaining of Halo players. I'm definitely not a Halo god, so... If there's anything that you may suit your fancy, hang out and chat with me. So, Mr. Poseidon, continuing our conversation on figurines and stuff, since you said that everyone pretty much bought them out, did you ever check out GameStop? And like, double check the ones I was saying about the reserves? Because I think that's basically how I'm gonna start doing mine, so if I ever buy a new pop that hasn't came out yet, I'm just gonna basically reserve it through GameStop now. I don't know if you guys collect pops too, but it seems like everyone's starting the craze. Me and Mr. Poseidon have been starting the craze. Oh, nice. Dude, I hope you find one, bro. If not, let me know, because if there's anything I'm good at, it's digging through the internet and finding shit that people can't find. I just can't promise, though, that I'll be able to find you it for a decent price. That's the one thing with pops, like, the price ranges vary so much. Like, I can buy something at Walmart for 15 and then find it online for 30. And I don't know if it's just because the scarcity and the randomness or what it is about them, but... Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out in chat. Appreciate you guys. For those who don't know, Mr. Moobot, he throws out Pokemon, so if you hit exclamation catch, there's a good chance, honestly, you'll get yourself a legendary Pokemon, because I've seen at least 2 today. Dude, kudos, bro. You need to throw that one in Discord and show us if you ever get a chance to. Alright, I won. Did I win? I don't even know anymore. So, for those who don't know, if you actually do like watching Halo, you like watching Halo gameplay, but like it more competitive,
Mr. Poseidon DHS in my chat. He's the person, honestly. So if you want, just let me know. I'll throw out a shout to his channel so that way you guys can follow. He is an actual avid competitor in Halo. Plays tournaments all the time. I'm just a scrub. If anything, one of these days I'm going to have Mr. Poseidon actually coach me. Carry me to Onyx. But, I definitely always do shout-outs to those who, earn it. Mr. Poseidon's definitely one of those. Yeah, he says he's retired. He ain't retired, bro. This motherfucker's like an esports competitor. He was at Rayleigh. I'm gonna spill all the beans, bro. I'm gonna spill them all. Everyone's gonna know all your business. Okay, cool. As far as I know, there's no reason you should have any issues dropping links in mine, because I've never had issues with links. If anything, honestly, if you have YouTube things you want to watch or whatever else, I know most people don't like throwing on YouTube content because you can't monetize. I don't care if I monetize on Twitch, honestly, so drop them links. We'll check them out. I actually do a lot better on Just Chat than I do on my
Round one.
gaming, so
Hold on as long as possible to score.
who knows, maybe we'll switch over that way.
Enemy has the ball.
Okay, just give me 1 second, bro. And as soon as we finish this match, I'm actually gonna bring it up on stream and we're gonna discuss it, because I'm curious, bro. I can genuinely appreciate an indie gamer that makes indie games, you know what I mean? Dude, kudos to you. I've only ever tried to make one game in my life. And so it was called Blood Magic, and it was basically, I don't know if you've ever heard of RPG Maker MV, like those games you can get on Steam to make games.
Hostile carrier
I made it on that, but because there's no like love and support on there, it's just basically like the game's just dead, sitting on there. Dude, by all, like, still, like, that's awesome that you're able to create your own like studio, even if it is with your friends and stuff. It doesn't even have to be monetized. Who cares about that part? If anything, it just shows your love for it even more. The fact that you're willing to like do it for free just to see your work like come into the light. I think that's the one thing for like anyone that's actually made it. It has nothing to do about the money or the concepts. It all comes down to just seeing your work come to light. And if you can achieve that, like, you made it, bro.
Double kill.
I never stopped believing, Spartan.
I know I played with Dan the Bandit before. This is not my first match with this guy.
Active camo inbound.
Enemy has the ball.
Dude, RPG Maker is good. I won't argue that. It's a very good place to start. My issue is that there's no love and support, so that when I do my Android export and stuff to be able to, like, debug and test my game, it is so lengthy of a process that it's not even worth it. And honestly, as someone that has created things from Z-Sculpt and like done a lot of like 3D modeling and stuff like that, I realized that what
We have the ball.
I'm good at is not. I'm good at animation,
Ball dropped.
and I am good at
Enemy has the ball.
I guess the tedious things, the things that take all night long to do. I'm good at that stuff. Like my very first thing I've ever made was on Adobe Flash, like
Round two.
back in like 2006, I want to say. I made stick figure fights. I don't know if you guys would know what Newgrounds is, but on Newgrounds, this was these things where they used to make like stick fighter fights all the time on them, and they were really cool. And I got into the whole like concept behind it, and I just started making them on my own, and I would literally spend 12 hours, like all night long, just working on a single 1-minute video. And I had no problem doing it. The fact that, like, by the time that 1 minute was done, everyone was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Was like huge hype for me.
Ball dropped. We have the ball.
But at the same time, though, when I was in high school, I was a whole other person than I am now. I was much more of a doer than I am now.
Better them than us.
Enemy has the ball.
Kudos to you, bro. Kudos. Alright, hold on. My bad, bro. My bad. Booba does kind of get in its moods. Oh, I love Newgrounds? Okay.
Moobot doesn't like it when I only have one chatter, because all you're doing is just talking to me, and it gets mad. It's like, hey, stop talking to him.
Ball dropped.
I'm like,
Enemy
you stop that
halfway to
Moobot.
victory. Enemy has the ball.
I actually wanted to change Moobot's name to Wagyu Beef, but I can't. That's the throwback from Mr. Poseidon. Sent the pick in Discord. All right, bro. Honestly, between Mr. Khan and Mr. Poseidon, we're gonna hop off and do some just chatting and checking in on this. For those of you guys who are hanging out, thank you so much. I am not a Halo player, like avid Halo player. So if you guys are looking for Halo gameplay,
Enemy team nearing victory.
I recommend joining Mr. Poseidon DHS's
Active
following
camo
him, because honestly he does tournaments and I'm pretty sure he has a tournament this weekend, and if he doesn't have one this weekend,
Slay the carrier.
it'll be
We have
one
the
of these
ball.
following
Ball
weekends.
dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Oh, I will bring up my Discord on stream. This Discord isn't the same as like an active Discord. This is like the group chat Discord kind of thing. What we originally used this for was posting all the messages that would get us in trouble if for whatever reason our bosses had found out when we worked together. Dude, what in the flying hell? How will I have 15 fucking viewers? What the hell's wrong with you guys? Go home. Okay, no, you can stay. You can stay. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But for real though, like, I'm not entertaining, guys. I don't know how I keep getting more and more viewers. Dude. Alright, so I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I'm actually gonna double check Mr. Gaming Con, who's making a video game. He's gonna show me some of the stuff, and Mr. Poseidon has been spending all morning looking for Halo figurines from Pop. So real quick, we're gonna actually hop off and double check what they're doing real quick. Don't hate me. We'll come back to Halo in a bit. Believe me, I'm not going anywhere in Halo. I'm not going anywhere. I'm garbage. If you are looking for Halo content, Mr. Poseidon DHS is a Onyx competitive Halo player. He would be the one to check into. Alright, so real quick, we're going to do display capture. I'm going to kill my game capture. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of these. Give me a moment. I gotta bring up these links. Alright. Let's take a peek. Alright. So this right here is from Gaming Con. Look what my idea is in the arena fighter. So the goal is to push your enemy off the arena, and you know Avatar: The Legend of Aang. I assume you mean the Avatar, and then Aang from the Avatar. Yeah, with 4 elements, but I'm going to come up with more, just those 4 elements, and have their strengths and weaknesses. Each attack does a percentage of damage. For example, light fire attack would do about 10 minutes. Okay, I get the concept behind this. So, do you have anything, like, have you made anything yet? Because, like, I'm not trying to sass on the idea, bro. I was expecting a picture of something that's already, like, conceptualized in your head. For the time being, real quick, though, well, I find out about that. I'm gonna bring up my Discord. Hold on one second, actually, I just realized I gotta bring up Discord manually. I don't have it in the background. So, real quick, we're gonna double check. I'm curious to these Halos figurines. I don't know if you guys have been collecting pops like I have. Like, I got these anime ones from Demon Slayer as of lately. My wife bought me this one. I don't know if you guys have been collecting Funko Pops, but Mr. T-Cal Sin started me on my very first one for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift. I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, you know what, that's cool. Now I'm addicted. Mr. T-Cal Sin has started an addiction for all of us that we can no longer get our fix. I don't care how many of these I own at this point. I want more. Alright, real quick. I think my Discord should be popping up any second. And for the time being, let's drop that down. Sorry guys, I cannot add you to this Discord per se. But I do have a different Discord that I'm starting up where it's my personal Discord. If you guys ever want to, like, play games with me while I'm on stream or something like that, that would be the Discord for that. This Discord is more like This is where the homies get the vents without any like bias. And if anything, like, I don't know if you guys have to deal with this too, but like text messages are different. You know what I mean? Like, people can go through your text messages if they want to, but like no one really goes through our Discord. So it actually feels nice. It's like the one place where we get to speak without being weirded out by the SO. I'm still waiting for my thing to pop up, sorry. Should be here any second. Alright, here we go. So... should be in here. Sorry guys, I know not everybody's entertained by pops like I am. But I really want to see these pops that Mr. Poseidon had gotten today. Oh, okay, they're figuring... oh, Jesus fuck Christ, are you kidding me? Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is not even the whole thing. And then look over here, look. He's got the Xbox lanyards. This is how many lanyards you end up playing from competitions to the point where you're just like, yeah, I don't even use my keys on these anymore. They're just extra lanyards. This dude's got every single freaking figurine that you probably can imagine. I'm pretty sure this is one of those like Lego like glow builds and stuff like that for the freaking plasma swords. All right, what else? What else we got here? All right, these are probably the new ones, not even the ones that made it on the wall. So this is the Enigma he was just talking about. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? And then here's the pops, bro. Here's the pops. Not even though, like, those are all the extra figurines. Dude. He's got Buck, he's got... okay. This is the one that I almost bought you. I remember distinctly. But I am terrified to buy you figurines. Distinctly because I have a pretty strong feeling you already own most of them. That's why I was like, you know what? If anything, I'd get a figurine for the wife, his wife. Then I get him points. And then we both were like, you know, do each other a solid. Because we're both married men. You know how it goes. Sometimes you really gotta just, gotta help each other out. Dude, kudos though, honestly. This is a ton of figurines. I don't even know who any of these people are, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sure there's tons of people watching right now, they're like, recognizing... dude, he keeps posting! There's still more! It doesn't fucking end! I don't even know where these are from, bro. Are these like little Legos? They are little Legos, I bet. He's got all these little Lego figurines too, bro. This is taking addiction to a whole new level, bro. Dude, and I know you told me about these, but I didn't believe it till now that I've seen it. His little Lego builds, bro. Dude, each one of these on the tower is its own little, like, build. Dude, this is dope as shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm stoked on this one. Give me 1 second, Mr. Gaming Con, and we'll check out your link, bro. I'm just, like, blown away because I haven't been to this dude's house in years, bro. So I don't even know what he's been up to. Last thing I saw that was up, like, hanging out like this was a guitar. He didn't have all of these when I was hanging out with him. He's been busy, bro. Look at all these lanyards, too, just hanging out in the background. Look at this. So, like, 5 in the front, another 5 in the back. So that's 5 by... this is like a 5 by 5 thing right here. I bet you there's, like, at least 25 to 30 figurines, bro. And it keeps fucking going. I knew about these. I've never seen them, like, made out. I just knew he owned them. Bro. This is... and you have all the freaking vehicles. Damn. Alright, bro. You in a sheesh. As Mr. T-Cal would say. Dang, bro. I gotta say, though. Out of everything I'm seeing, this looks the cleanest. Like, the blue on blue with, like, the figurines in the background behind it. Dude, you need to get all this in your stream, bro. Like, these just hanging out behind you, People would be like, yo, Mr. Poseidon, move over to the side so I can see that figurine there. And you're just like, not even in the chat, bro. If anything, you don't even need to have a chat. You can just have a picture of all your figurines just changing. Bam. Yeah, like I said, Mr. Poseidon, it's not, Halo is not just like a game. It's damn. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This is impressive. Alright, real quick. Alright, here's the link. Alright. Dude, I don't even know what to say. Lifestyle? That's an addiction, bro. That is an addiction and a half. Also, for those who don't know, Mr. Gaming Con has a game that he's working on currently, and so it is going to have the concepts behind basically the Avatar game built into a real-life game. I don't know if this is going to be 3D. I have questions. I have tons of questions. Is this going to be like RBG, JRPG, open world, closed map? I mean, come on, what are we thinking here? I like the premise, I like the idea of it, but believe me when I say, like, I gotta see, like, I gotta hold the game in my hand for me to get excited. While it's still up in theory in the idea phase, okay, it's 3D, okay. Well, things are in the phase, bro, like, it's really cool, but I need to see it. An arena online style, okay. So you're gonna try to make it almost like, it's gonna be very PvP set? Kudos to you on that one, bro. I think that is a huge, like, that is a huge feat if you can get that one up and going. I can only imagine just trying to do a single player game. I couldn't even try to imagine trying to create any of the server-based games that you would need. Alright, so, for those who don't know, I'm Forte Foray. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, typically. I try to stick to about 12 hours a week. I try not to do too much more. But today was an odd day, so thank you guys so much for hanging out. Honestly, greatly appreciate the viewership. I mean, by all means, lurk. You don't even have to say nothing to me. Silence is golden, right? But thank you guys for hanging out. It's been weird. I barely got my affiliate, like, not that long ago. I barely even been streaming not that long ago. So it's just, like, everything's just progressing on its own, and it's pretty crazy to me. Genuinely, like, amazing to see, honestly. Like, nothing but gratitude on this part. Yo, Mr. Gaming Con, have a good night, bro. If I don't catch you in the next couple days, just to let you know, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I stream. I'm probably going to adjust my Friday stream schedule to be a little bit later, because I feel like I miss a lot of you guys, honestly. Some of you guys on the other half of the world, you know what I mean? Struggle to keep up with my time schedule, which is understandable, because I'm an early bird person, not a late night kind of guy. So, have a good night, Mr. Gaming Con. Thank you so much for hanging out. And then for the rest of you guys, thank you too, honestly, for hanging out. I know a lot of you are friends with Mr. Baba Booey. So, if you've been hanging out with me since Mr. Baba Booey has gone to bed, y'all have real ones, for real. Thank you so much.
We've lost a teammate.
But no, today's a weird day for me. I'm just kind of living life. I'm not really thinking too much about it. I need to be doing more YouTube videos. If anything, that is my my current life. Dude, thank you so much, Mr. Gaming Con. I would greatly appreciate your It's nice having people, honestly. Oh, Mr. Poseidon, take your time. It's nice having, like, the same reoccurring people. You know what I mean? I feel like I actually get to know you guys as people and individuals. Oh my god. I'm sorry guys, you have to watch this. I'm honestly not very good at ranked. And as of lately, I'm getting beat. I don't know what's going on with me. It's just a left and right thing. all day long. I'm trying to get better slowly, but I'm starting to think that maybe
Spartan down.
lower level platinum, upper level gold is about my level.
Tango's closing in.
For the time being, at least. Hopefully, at some point, the side gamer aficionado that he is will start helping me out with some coaching. That guy's an Onyx.
We've lost a teammate.
I hope I didn't hit you, bro. Bash on the. Today's an like
Spartan
a
down.
warm day, but it's like rainy and snowy lately. So it's like the complete opposite of what I'm used to as of lately. It was like snowy, hazy for the past 2 days, and then all of a sudden today it's like warm to where like I need the beer. Beers help cool me down.
M41 Spanker available.
At the same time though, I'm trying not to drink on stream. I don't think it really matters, but you know what? I don't want to be that guy. I know I could do better if I just focus, but honestly, I think one of the things that prevents me from focusing is that I most of the time end up playing with somebody. I haven't been playing with anybody but randos lately.
Overshield inbound.
Also, for those of you lurking, if you're building up channel points, by all means, cash them in. So, some of those things are kind of cringy, I won't argue. I think one of the points you can earn on is beatboxing. So if you guys really wanted me to, you can cash in those points for a bunch of ridiculous stuff. Although I'm trying not to curse as much. I think that's also another one you can cash in points on. You can also get the emotes too that my subs get. Which most of my emotes are actually meme related because I'm trying to... I don't know. I would rather you guys have emotes you would use versus emotes that are just like... I don't know. I guess make me look good. I don't know what to say on that. Because I feel like some of the emotes are just more
Tagged one.
generic. It's like, why would I use that in any chat? So I'm aiming for memes.
Taking damage.
Dude, there you go. There you go. Agree. Dude, you do realize that all I have is beer right now and I'm being shot, right?
Enemy halfway to victory.
Oh, sweet nectar indeed. You know it's a little absurd though, right? 100 Vera points for a drink? It's like asking to get drunk. Oh, you son of a bitch. I don't even have any more, bro. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get me another beer. And then you will redeem your hydrate at that moment. I'm gonna have to raise that one. Like, I mean, hydrate, water, you know, that's fine. This is liquid beer, bro. Alright, good. Honestly, I'll take the hydrate. If I take a single swig, it won't be too
Power
bad.
items have arrived.
Swig for 100 points, we good for that. I should just change it though, where it says not instead of take a drink, take a swig. Dude, how do you like those big PP energy points though, huh? Now you like it, bro. You've been dropping the make plants. I don't know how to PNG it, otherwise I would, if I could figure out a way to do that. Otherwise, it said I had to make them square, so then I ended up like making them look like this.
Another one down.
I figured, I mean, if I'm gonna do... Yeah, I know... Well, see, that's the thing, is I can know how to do it, but it says I have to have a square image. It won't let me just do a PNG. So, that's what I ended up making, was this one. I can double check it, maybe I'm wrong, but... Wanted me to do a square image, and I had uploaded it as, like, it was, and it didn't have a square. It didn't work. Same time though, I'm still figuring out my own stuff. I don't even know. I'm still weirded out. James gave me a sub, bro, and then like he dipped out without even saying a word. I'm just like, thank you so much, just to like find out like I don't even think he's in the chat anymore.
Overshield inbound.
I'm sticking a ghost.
Grab the equipment.
Overshield available.
Tango.
Great frags.
I like how he just stood there, trying to shoot me even though he was about to die. Oh my, I genuinely don't understand this. Like, I went from 0 viewers to like an average of 3 viewers to an average of 5 viewers, and now I'm like holding like a solid 9 now for a while. This is tripping me out.
Throwing a spike grenade. Grenade out. Taking damage.
Enemy team nearing victory.
Mr. TCal, I don't know if you're in. I assume you're in here somewhere, and you're probably hearing me. If you hear me,
M41
we need to
Spanker
talk, my dude.
available.
We need to talk. Gotta talk some business. All about that growth, apparently, like, but Jesus, I wasn't expecting to grow like I... See, it's one of those things, like, when you see things on the internet talking about growing on Twitch, it always sounds like no one really grows, and it's like a place of devastation. And I don't know if I should just be, like, a little more, like, grateful that it's worked out for me, but, like, it's weird, I was not expecting any views.
Grab the equipment.
I will say, though, like, me sticking to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday has basically, I think, built it. Because everyone knows when to expect me. And even if they're busy, they'll, like, pop in at some point. A lot of my friends.
Overshield inbound.
Yeah. I don't even have 9 friends in real life, so I'm, like, tripping out that you guys are still hanging out with me. I have, like, a handful. I can count on one hand the amount of actual friends I would,
Reloading.
consider friends. I gotta get another beer though. Mr. Poseidon has had me do a hydration check.
Grenade with a hit.
Better them than us.
Off their shield.
And same thing for the rest of you guys. If you guys want to redeem some points, you guys are lurking, by all means. Hydrating today. I mean, I'll be hydrating with beer. 'Cause, that's all I have to drink right now. I don't have any water.
1 minute remaining.
Enemies hurt. Over there. Hostiles in. Taking damage.
I'm curious, do you guys, as Twitch watchers, which day of the week would you say you guys are most active on Twitch?
Watch my back.
30 seconds remaining.
This being for my own knowledge to help you guys, as well as like a pure, utter curiosity. Because I don't really watch Twitch, I gotta admit. I probably should spend more time watching other streamers to help me learn as well, you know what I mean? Especially bigger streamers.
Tagged one.
But
10 seconds.
I've never really just paid attention to it, I just went in and doing it.
It seems like Fridays, everyone's on Twitch. Maybe it's just me though. Alright, let me go grab another beer so I can hydrate for Mr. Poseidon so he can get his redeem. The weekends? See, that's kind of good to know. Because, like, honestly, I'm trying to think of a good time to actually stream so that I'm not, like... It's like I'm in a good point because I'm here when people are at work, and that is a good time, but at the same time, there's a dissociation with my community. Like, I don't have everyone in at the same day. And it would be nice to have at least, like, one day where I can kind of expect the majority of, like, everyone is available. And like, I don't know, I'm thinking Sundays, to be honest, might be a good day. I don't know if people like to watch Twitch on Sundays, but... we'll see. And then for those of you lurking, if you guys are building up channel points, just to let you know, you can redeem them. Mr. Poseidon has figured out the meta. Since the only thing next to me right now is a beer, you redeem your hydrate for 100 points. You force me to drink. I'm not gonna go get water. What's the point of water when I'm drinking beer? That's just weird. Don't be weird, guys. Also, I multi-stream too, so if you get a kick out of watching me here, there's probably a good chance that my stream on YouTube is up doing something weird. I honestly never pay attention to YouTube, so if you talk to me on YouTube, I'm sorry guys, I don't talk to you. And since I have a moment of your time, for those of you who like spicy, I have my own business where I make spicy beef jerky. Red chili, green chili. Those are basically the two main ones. If you want, yes, there's a plain Jane salt and pepper beef jerky, but you know what? Who wants salt and pepper? It's all about that spice. It's the spice of life, right? So, if you guys ever want, let me know. I'll bring up the Shopify account. I'll let you guys know where you guys can be pretty much buy some beef jerky. And that's the beauty of beef jerky too, is shipping it is not an issue. Stuff lasts well over 30 days because it's dehydrated. Shipping it, it's easy stuff. I've done it plenty of times, so just to let you guys know, if you're ever into spicy food, I'm the guy. I'm the guy. I got raided today. I got hosted today. It's kind of busy. Not gonna lie. The other question is, when will I ever actually get the wife to hop in the stream with me? She'll never do. I even talked to her about it as a joke. Ooh, so what do you guys got going this weekend? Does anybody got any plans? To be honest, like, I gotta admit, like, I don't really have too much planned. I want to make a ton of videos, so like I spent probably about 4 hours yesterday making a 40-second video, but I now have at least like a format built. And that was really the premise why it took so long, was to try to get a format down so that I can do YouTube shorts. And I don't know if you guys know what YouTube shorts are, but basically YouTube is starting to implement something, same thing like TikTok has, where it's short form content that's basically 60 seconds is the cap.
Oddball.
It's most of it served on the phone, so it's like your ratio needs to be different. Basically cell phone ratio, instead of like 1920 landscape, it's 1080 1920, so it goes horizontal, or no, vertical, I mean, not horizontal. Anyway, I've been working on that content,
Round one.
Grab the skull and
and
hold on.
trying to make more and more YouTube videos to help small streamers. So you do have a Halo competition this weekend, bro? Because if you do, let me know. Like, I will hop in and I will. If you want me to either A, sit in as a viewer, or B, sit in as a host, let me know. Like, I got you, bro.
Ball
I will
dropped.
gladly watch.
Lost possession.
Enemy has the ball.
I know sometimes it's kind of hard to like. What? Dude, this guy just literally just walked right next to me. What are you playing, guy? I'm playing Halo here.
Lost the lead. Ball dropped.
Hostile carrier down. Taking fire.
I get a little distracted. Okay, so you do have a our tournament
We
on
have the
Sunday.
ball.
Alright, bro. Me and Fabian, we're gonna be in.
Closing in.
Do you know what time your thing is? I know most of the time you do yours kind of early in the
Enemy has
day,
the
so.
ball.
Was it like around 10 p.m. our time, noon our time? Let me know, bro.
Enemy halfway to victory.
M41 spanker inbound.
Ball dropped.
6 to 10? Alright, bro, I got you. And for those of you in chat,
We have the ball.
stop in Sunday. I'm gonna host Mr. Poseidon's channel, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This dude literally looks like he has aim assist 24/7. It's not even a joke.
Over there.
I literally get freaked out watching him play because I'm trying to figure out how in the hell he could possibly, like, on mouse, not on mouse and keyboard, but on thumbstick, you know what I mean, for a controller, keep the cursor on their heads at all times. Like, that shit blows my mind. It really does look like aim assist sometimes.
Gained the lead.
If it wasn't for like his own frustration in his voice, I would almost think that, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, hearing the frustration in his voice when he plays makes you realize,
Enemy
like,
has the ball.
he's not doing as good as he thinks he should be doing. But when you watch him, you're just like, holy freaking shit! How is anyone this good?
An ally has slain the carrier.
And yeah, and then you realize like what the competitions are really like, and then you're just like,
We have the
Jesus
ball.
Christ, I never want to play competitively. At least that's how I
Nearing
felt for me,
victory.
honestly. It was an eye opener watching real competitions and what it's like. You realize like there's no way I will ever be that. I don't even get a pleasure out of it like they do. And people really love like the competitive nature of like Halo and just first-person shooters in general. Oh, you know what? I just realized.
Round
If my stream is looking like shit, that's my fault. 'Cause I need to adjust my settings.
enemy team facing elimination.
1 second.
Round
I probably had a bunch of them. Sorry guys, honestly, for being. Thank you so much for being patient.
One more.
Let me
and we
know
survive this.
anytime though if I have a bad frame rate, because chances are it's something I can fix. So right now I just fixed it, so hopefully we don't have any issues anymore.
Spike obtained.
Enemy
a
has the
circle.
ball. Ball dropped. the ball. Ball dropped.
Allied carrier
Thank
down.
you guys so much
Enemy
for
has
hanging
the
out.
ball.
Just to let you guys know, I will be cutting the stream at, let's see, where am I at right now? I'm at 3 hours and 20 minutes. So in about 40 more minutes will be the end of the stream. Right? Math-wise, right? That'll be 4 p.m. my time, about 6 p.m. Eastern.
Dropped.
Seize the ball.
I go in this corner. This is my preferred area.
Damage.
It seems to be the new meta. His ass.
Ball dropped.
My own guy.
Enemy has the ball.
Shot.
Dropped. We have the ball. Enemy
Maybe I'm wrong,
halfway
but
to
I'm pretty sure my
victory.
own guy shot. You know what? Considering how many people I've shot on my own team, I shouldn't even complain.
Taking fire.
M41 spanker available.
Obviously, I never do it intentionally, but Jesus
We
Christ,
lost possession.
I've hit a lot of people with grenades.
Gained the lead.
They're gonna hit me this close?
Beautiful.
I don't even know what to say to that. I was just saying.
Enemies on me.
These people, they ain't playing Halo. I don't know what they play, but they ain't playing Halo.
Ball dropped.
Over there. Hostiles in
We have the ball.
There we go. This feels like my number. It's weird how also my comfort level like feels a lot better once I start seeing 5 to 7 numbers. And I'm like, okay,
Nearing
this is my
victory.
average. This is what I do.
Ball dropped. We have the ball.
We've lost possession.
Any more than that, I get on. More people. I think the secret is, I'm starting to notice, I shouldn't even acknowledge you guys at all. No, 9.
Enemy has the ball.
Start doing noises like that. And all of a sudden I'll have 50. That seems to be the trick.
An ally has slain the carrier.
No shit's
We have
given,
the ball.
all the viewers. All that's given, none of the viewers.
Victory.
It's so fucking hot today. Like, I don't know if you guys are dealing with the same thing, but like this hot and cold thing is like causing tornadoes in Texas, weird weather here in New Mexico where it's like, I don't know what to think it's feeling some days. I don't even know, guys. All I do know is that I've had like 4 beers now, and I gotta pee so bad. Every freaking match I gotta pee now, and it's killing me. Mr. T-Cow. So, I've been trying to tell you. I know you've been busy, but we need to talk, bro. I have questions for you. I know you got your organization thing going on, and I have like 1,000 questions on it. So that way I can kind of figure out whether I should be promoting or if I should be chilling. But before we get into that conversation, I gotta pee. Oh my god, I gotta fucking... Also, I have channel points now. So you hit hydrate. This is all I gotta hydrate with, so you know. Hence why I gotta pee so often. I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm probably gonna end up just calling it right now. I'm starving. I didn't eat today, and I'm dying. I'm gonna hop off so I can finally eat. Thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Honestly, I'm like thrown off right now. I'm trying to find where my. Oh, here it is. Alright. So, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so if I